Yo, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Inazuma 11. Victory Road Tuesdays. Today specifically, I suppose. Let me pull up the chat. I've been very pressed for time today. I've been doing a lot of preparations for this stream, like literally half an hour ago, at max. Banged out a thumbnail in one afternoon, and then had to update these little guys to the left of me because I hadn't selected any new ones yet. But I think everything's good. My chat's not having a great time. There we go. Now I'm in. I'm into my own chat. Fantastic. Okay, but everything's worked out. We're gonna play more Victory Road tonight. We're gonna blast through Chrono Stones. I hope, at the very least. I think we've gotten past the least bearable part of the Chrono Stones route, if memory serves, where we just continuously bam, 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 just go against Protocol Omega. So yeah. Now we can get to the actual good stuff, the meat of Chrono Stones. We get to time jump, as the title of the stream also suggests. Fucking Mermaid Veil, is this lady's scarf? Okay. And some hearts. Fantastic. Deco 6, sticker 69. Yo, goedenavond Lucas. Welcome. Hope everything's going well. Hope we're all doing okay. I am fine. I am cold. Like I said, was a little pressed for time tonight, but you know what? Everything worked out. So I think we're all fine. Has anything happened in the meanwhile, while I didn't stream? We had an Inazuma night last Friday. Did a few things there, did some versus matches, and I was once again baffled by how absolutely outclassed I was by just about literally everyone. Yo, Vinny, a few seconds late? That's perfectly fine, mate, that's perfectly fine. Welcome. So yeah, Inazuma night happened, had my ass kicked by just about everyone I played against, but that's fine. I don't understand the intricacies of this game too much yet, but sure, I'll get there at some point. For now, I'm just losing my little scrimblows and just having a good time. Huge update. Did get my manager for the delinquent team. We did get me naughty, thanks to someone I could play against. So love to see that. Delinquent team is getting closer to being done every day. But yeah, I'm also starting to reconstruct Sanbayama because I have an unhealthy obsession with Sanbayama for absolutely no fucking reason. But yeah, main team's done. I only still need 2 reserves, and then we can start banging with this team. But the main team has not changed. Secondary team has also not changed, aside from I think a few rarities. But then again, I believe I did all of those on stream, so nothing to really report on there. However, what also came out of the Inazuma night, of course, is I think I got some more Bond Stars. I should have, at the very least, gotten a few more Bond Stars. And since we do have a few little guys, few new guys to the left of me, I have a grand total of 66 Bond Stars, in fact. So we can, as it happens, start with Gamba on tonight's stream. Also, good night. Not good night, good evening, Yami. Welcome. Good to have you. Yeah, we're gonna start with Gamba and have a few little guys next to me. I mean, I really only selected them. 2 of them are stragglers from previous sessions, those being Teta and Card 2. Still have not been able to get them. And the other 2 are Nero and Dark Empress Handa, which I still kind of want, purely because I love Revolution V as a move, and I believe he has it in his main kit. Now, Nero is not, in fact, on the alien constellation. So I'm gonna have to look at where he's at. I mean, I know where Teta was, I believe. Teta was somewhere. I think it was not Braceletara, was it? I'm just gonna look it up. I'm not even gonna make it difficult for myself. Yeah, let's just... And it's fucking... Okay. It's case sensitive, by the way, which kind of sucks, but there you go. Tanji Teta, let's see. He was in Butarus, in fact. Have we anything else that is even minorly appealing? Mr. K, I wouldn't hate getting Mr. K. Regular Handa is in here. He's very far at the bottom somehow. See, and there's been these boosts that have been happening, right? And I don't really know how they happen. I think they're probably randomly selected day by day. But it's certainly an interesting concept for two characters that I don't think anyone really actively wants to pull. But so Nero is on the something alien constellation, I have been told by a reliable source. Thank you, Vinny. Let me just have a little quick look which one you specifically refer to by that. I had hoped that I would be able to get Nero from some... oh, it's of course it's this one. Like, what am I okay? This is literally the Genesis constellation. I haven't even pulled on this once, which is crazy. There's Hero Burn here, which I love. Everyone from Prominence... No, that's not true. A lot of people from Prominence. Actually, I think everyone from Prominence and Diamond Dust. And actually, hold... Handa is here. Ooh, a Dark Empress Handa is here. Now, aside from that, not really all that much that's interesting. I mean, these aliens are pretty commonplace. I do like Jin as well, personally. So, let's just do a full pull on this one. Let's start with this. We got 66, so we're not able to do 2 full constellations. But I think since I haven't done this one yet, it's worth it to just do a full one here. I want to complete all the constellations at least once at one point. I don't know if it really gets us anything, but... So first, pools here, bit of a whammy, but, you know, getting IQ and getting Makure, I don't hate that. They are alias characters that I do like, so not too terrible. There is also Rim on this constellation, I suppose, yeah. That one appeals more to Vinny than it does to me, to be completely honest. But she's cool, I like her. Okay, got Burn. Oh, huge hold! Fudo, let's fucking go. I actually wanted this version of Fudo pretty badly. I just kind of forgot to put him on there, not gonna lie. But yeah, good. So now I have Genda, I have Sakuma, and I have Fudo from Shin Teikoku. So that's awesome, love that. And more Burn merges, that's always fine. Now for some reason there's a random ass Australian in here. Don't know why the Australian is in my alias constellation, but I'm not going to question it. So yeah, Dark Emperors are in here. Everyone from Chaos is in here. And from Prominence Diamond Dust as well. Genesis. So, not really getting who we want quite yet. Got someone from Thailand, and a bug, and a bird. So, steady. Steady. Yeah, and these aliens have been a little irrelevant for a while, haven't they? They haven't really shown up much, especially on the Chronicle mode, which I suppose makes sense. There's Honda! Opa! Awesome. Okay. Got Honda, so we could cross one off. Now, I did this last stream as well. I'm just gonna live adapt the stream, but it's gonna cut out the sound for you for a little bit, but I have it organized a bit better now. So boom, there's the check. Boom, we're going to move it over just slightly. Bada bing, bada boom, sound is back. That's 1 out of 4 that I wanted to pull. Good, love that. Okay, cool. So that is essentially Revolution V locked in, since I am again decently certain he has it in his base kit. Now we could just check whether he actually does have it. But I'm fairly confident. I'm fairly confident. And even if not, I can probably buy it. And there he is again. That's awesome. Fantastic. Who's this? Oh, actually, he's from Van Fenny's team. Yeah, he's from the Vampire team. Actually, kind of dig his design. Not bad, not bad. So there's some vampires in here too. Interesting. Hadn't seen that. But I suppose it makes sense. They could have also put them in Feda, since they are technically part of Feda, I believe. That's something that we'll be going over once we finish this this Chronicle mode. Oh, Nero! Yes! That's him. That's my boy. That's my boy. And there's Handa again. Okay, fantastic. So this is everything that I wanted from this constellation. That is beautiful. That means we can add another check. Now, he's a bit of a small guy, so I'm just going to put this this check mark a little lower. He's just a little guy. Beautiful. And you got Silvioka as well. And goalkeeper from Saudi Arabia in Go Galaxy, he has Dry Blow. which they called something entirely different in the English dub, which still baffles me because Dry Blow, I think, is a perfectly fine English name. I think it's quite clever, actually. But hey, that's okay. Dark Emperor Somioka now voices Kote Penguin Ichigo? Yeah, that's such an interesting decision that they made. Ooh, Kazemaru and Shishido. Okay. Okay. I know someone who's going to be happy about this one. Me personally, I'm happier with Shishido, but, you know, it's all a matter of taste at the end of the day. Okay, so we got 60 more pulls in us. One is going to be the pity pull on this banner. Now, historically, I've gotten no heroes from these, so I don't expect anything from this one either, and that checks out. Hey, that checks out. See, by this point, I'm kinda convinced that the pity pools in this game are worth as much as, you know, just the 8% on a Fire Emblem Heroes legendary banner for whoever plays Heroes and Inazuma 11 in here. But okay, Goenji. Goenji's cool. And that is that. I think that is going to be the end of the Alienus constellation. We have done it fully now by this point. So that is good. Now, other ones I still want are Theta and Card 2. I think we have gone for Theta before. We have also gone for Card 2 before is the thing. So I'm going to have just a little peek to see what Card 2, where he is. He is in Draconis, which houses Kids FC, some of the Raymond veterans, some Spanish guys. Okay, we got this guy from the White Deer. I did express liking his design before. Also have this Scout, which I very much like the design of. And this girl, actually, also a Scout from Galaxy, one of the Sazanada recruits. And Potomori with blue hair, which I do not have yet. I have Potomori with red hair. And I guess Hoshi is on here for some reason. Aside from that, I mean, just because Hoshi is on here, this is already a goated constellation, but like... So have I started on this yet? No. Have I started on Buterus? No. Okay, well... You know what? Let's try to go for Carton. Because there's nowhere else we can really drop him. We can never drop him because he is a Scout character. Albeit a special Scout character, he did have facial animations in the Go games. Who's on this? Hakuryu, Gamma, and the girl from Galaxy. Her, exactly. Hilary Flail, there we go. Dude, okay. That's probably the one that I wanted most from these heroes, not gonna lie. Love that. Fantastic. Wow, what a good decision to pull on this. That's brilliant. Love that. Okay. Regardless of what else I get on this banner, I think I can be happy. More Galaxy characters, please. More Galaxy heroes. 4 rares. Okay. Okay. Nice. Fantastic. Okay. Yep. Saginuma. Twice. Do like that. Aside from that, nothing of significance except for Nishiki, of course. But we have Nishiki, so... Thank you all for the congratulations. Yeah, me getting a hero is like, it's kind of a monumental occasion. Especially given my history with pulls in this game, I think. Oh, okay. Got one of the Hakuren guys from Go. Don't hate that. And aside from that, got an Argentinian fella. That's alright, that's alright. 20 more pulls, and then we're back into the Chrono Stones arc. I think the next one we're up against is, well, it's actually, again, Protocol Omega, not gonna front. Just with a little disguise, but you're gonna find out about that soon enough. Okay, one of the Feda guys, I remember, he's called Lion King in Jap. That's fucking awesome, dude, I love that. That's clean. And we got Roberto Anderson. Is that not the Brazilian guy from, what are they called again? Fucking, East Wind International? I think that's this name. Yeah. Good. Muito bom. I'm gonna take a quick sip of water. Surely this will get me what I want. That being card 2, please. Just one. Just one copy is all we need. Yikes. That is not what we want, bro. Who the fuck is this? Fucking Popeye looking ass. Well, we got Stoker. Karen, as she's also known in in Japanese. And that name is very fitting, yeah. And I guess this has to be a Raymond guy. I guess a Banshee, but okay. Not terrible. Absolutely not bad pulls. Got Nero, got Honda, and we got Hero Flail. So, sure, I'm happy with that. I'm more than happy to move on to the Chronicle mode with this one. Now the question is... Actually, before I do, I should probably actually summon these guys before I forget, Leiji. I am prone to forgetting these things, unfortunately. Short-term memory of a sieve, as it so happens. But let's see. Yeah, Hero Flail. One of Phalum Orbius's Purple Emperors. What a name. So she gets Holy Roller and Jackknife. They gave her Holy Roller. Interesting. Okay, sure. Don't hate that. I do find it a little interesting that Jackknife is a dribble move, when it's more like the opposing half comes running up to you, you stop them in their tracks, and you just kind of bitch slap them. That is quite literally the move, by the way. I don't know how that's a dribble move, but sure. Now, Nero. Where do we get Nero? There he is. Okay, Nero, my boy. Join the team. It's been so long, man. Okay, he has Procyon Net and GQ no Kabe, so that's fantastic. Love that. I'd been under the impression that we would have to buy GQ no Kabe from one of the shops for some reason. I don't know why, don't ask me. Ebihara from Raymond is kind of cute. I mean, he had a cool design. I think, well, let me see him again. It was the red-haired guy, wasn't it? Let's see. Where is he? This guy. Natsuki. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, he's a fun design. I like him. Even on the sidelines. Yeah, okay, so he's a Banshee. I see, he's a bench warmer. Now, where's Honda? Oh, there's Honda. Found him. Beautiful. Shinichi Honda! Jack of all trades, master of everything, actually, in this new form. Revolution V! Let's go. Fantastic. And rolling kick. What a beautiful moveset. All the essentials for Honda. Okay, and I think that is probably... Do I have Saginuma summoned yet? I do, in fact, have him summoned already, so I don't need to do anything about that. I'll get Goenji, since I think he's pretty cool. Yeah, this is go-to Goenji. When he's good again. We got to see him eventually, I suppose, in this mode as well. Okay, that is really about everything I want to do, summons-wise. So that means that I get off farm, off Sanbayama, which I was grinding on. Oh, brother, the sight of this. Protocol Omega, Protocol Omega, Protocol Omega. Protocol Omega, but with a different emblem. Protocol Omega 2.0. Protocol... No. White deer. But now it unfortunately is just Protocol Omega again. I'm not gonna front. Okay, I'm just gonna select the B team, and then we're going to go up against Imagawa's Ire. Now don't make yourself any illusions, it's just fucking Protocol Omega. Just with a different emblem again. But us, we are Oda's Odd Jobs, with Takachiro Kinoshita as our coach. I hope this match is good. I liked it very much in the anime, actually. You completed Sengoku Igajima today, Vinny? Oh, that's fantastic. Sengoku Igajima is such a cool team as well. Yeah, the fucking Season 1 teams, man. The nostalgia is incredible. Tenma has not yet dropped his shtick of the ball having feelings. Yeah, and there's his catchphrase for this season. Take a shot every time you hear that. If we play enough tonight, you will probably end up hammered. I'm not gonna front. And you know what? It's kinda sad that they drop everything that happens off the pitch. Yeah, it's kind of sad that they drop everything that happens off the pitch, because the lead up to this match is absolutely brilliant. It is one of the funniest things that I've seen in Inazuma 11, especially in Chrono Stones. What leads up to this is they have to get Oda's attention, right? Because they need to mixi-max him with Shindo. That's what's going to happen in this match, by the way, among one or two other points, I think. So they form a dance group. Oh, they even do the whole... Dude, the attention to detail, I swear. Okay, hold on. Completed focus battle with Tasuke. Now, battle's not going to do anything to stop me, so I'm passing back to Tasuke. And I am almost guaranteed losing here. But that's fine, I'm just going to advance the match. Yeah. And basically we're playing with Tasuke and friends, who are pretty ass at football. I'm not going to front. So they're not going to add much yet. Double shot. And I'm forced to use fuck-ass Shinsuke, who does not contribute whatsoever to this team. Yet. Yo, Evil Panda, welcome. You got betas fabled? Dude. People are getting fabled, left, right, and center. I'm not even close to getting anything that's fabled. Though I could fable Tobitaka. I still haven't done it yet, actually. Takichiro Kanashida! Hey, there it is again. Take a shot. There's my one shot. I'm gonna run out of water in about half an hour at this rate. I'm not gonna front. Yes! Ichiojo! Dude, this is one of my favorite moves in Inazuma 11, actually. Now, our next assignment is... Oh, they again voice it in like this really vague way. But given the context, I'm certain that I have to win a defensive focus battle as Tasuke. Which, I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. Never mind, it automatically does it. And I need to do Ichiojo! Ichiojo! Oh, it's so cool, man. It's such a simple move, but it's so cool. Yes, it is. And then we got this again. Spirit Miximax. So basically everyone's awakened again. But this is actually the first time we are winning against Protocol Omega proper, I believe. The White Deer we won by proxy, but this one we're gonna win proper. I do believe. Because this is also... Sorry to say for the people who like Beta, this is the last match that Beta plays for Protocol Omega. But okay. Jurassic Jaws. You gave Overnight Fortress to Benten? That works out so well, actually. That fits so well for him. And that just goes in. 4 points! Overpowered by 4 points. The shell horn as a whistle as well. It's so clever. They did it in the anime, but the fact that they actually ported it into this game as well, it's just beautiful. Okay, that's fine. Would anyone recommend the goalkeeper that uses Lunar Eclipse? Nishikage? Absolutely. I mean, if only for the fact that Nishikage is like a really cool character. I think he's pretty good, probably, as a goalkeeper. I'm not really huge on the stats and all that, but I would think Nishikage is pretty good. So me personally, if you ask me, hey, would I recommend him as a goalkeeper? Yeah, but purely on the basis that I like him as a character. So, is that a good basis to base anything on? Probably not, but Who cares? We're playing this game with our little scrimblows, with our favorite characters. That's all that matters. Yeah, I was talking about the lead up to this match. So basically what happens, there's a lot that happens actually. Like I said, I think last stream, Chrono Stones really relies on a lot of environmental storytelling. So what happens, right, is a lot of things happen. I'll boil it down a little bit. What we have first and foremost is that Shindo needs to mix-max with Nobunaga Oda, but he can't. He lacks the power. But they want to try again, because the first attempt failed, of course. So they need to get close to Nobunaga. And Nobunaga is attending the Cherry Storm or the Cherry Blossom Festival, which is where we are now, Cherry Storm Stadium. But to get close to him, you need to be invited into the festival and only certain people can enter. So disguise themselves as a dance group that's going to perform for Oda. And, you know, everyone's taking it seriously, except for Nishiki. Nishiki is the biggest dork of all time, and he dances like an absolute maniac, and I love that for him. Let's see, what are these guys actually... Oh, they all three get Ichiojo. Interesting. But yeah, the reason for this match is that an enemy of Nobunaga's declares war on Nobunaga. That enemy being Imagawa, who the enemy team is named after. Need to complete a focus battle as Shindo. But, of course, Bata and her cronies take the place of Imagawa's troops to alter history. And that is why we are playing. We're using football as a proxy for war. So like Kinako says in the anime, football is like war. There he is! Dude, by the way, can I just say, absolutely banger design for Nobunaga Oda. I mean, pretty much every historical character that shows up in this game has a brilliant design. But this guy in particular. Hell yeah. Tension and hyper energy fully restored. Takuto Shindo learned Maestro. Oh, he's got his... We can armorify now. We can armorify Maestro now. Absolutely would Nobunaga? No, you know what? Fully understand, Yami. Fully understand. Not to be that guy, but I completely understand. Anyway, I have to armorify Maestro. Because we can do that now. Score using armorify as Shindo. Okay, well, if you give me plot armor, I certainly will. Yeah, the structure for most of these matches is going to be one character, maybe two or three. Three at the utmost are going to get their armor fight spirits. And then one character per match is going to get their Mixi-Max. I think there's one exception, one or two. But for the most part, it's going to be one armorify, one Mixi-Max per match. Zero-3! Don Salto. Goes in just like that. Captain of Rayman and Holy Road Champion needed to take advice from someone who never played football their entire life. They didn't even have football back in these days, brother. We can pull it into the extreme even more. But yeah, we get to Mixi-Max now. And this Mixi-Max... Ooh! Clean as hell. Shindo Takuto learned Mixi-Max Nobunaga. And oh, Nobunaga just has it all. He has a fantastic design. He has a fantastic design when Mixi-Maxed with Shindo. And he has an absolute banger of a move. And that is not an exaggeration. I mean, for the people who have played this game, you will have seen his move on a different character. Granted that you scouted this character as one of the 15 that you could at the start of the game. Nobunaga! So our move here is called Ephemeral Boost. And I'm going to show you in a second what that is. I.e., right the fuck now. There it is. Setsuna Boosto! So yeah, this was the inspiration for Answer Boost. I think that's quite obvious. But yeah, Setsuna Boost, such a clean move. Such a clean move. And the only thing they did is add a single impact frame. It looks so clean. Okay, yeah, I think actually I'm pretty satisfied with this match. This is quite literally everything that happens in this match. So the only thing that we still have to see is Bata being dethroned by Gamma. Also, I'm absolutely cocking Mike here. Like, he's not getting past Ichiojo. Ichiojo! Now we need to win the match. Yeah, we can just free play for another 15 minutes, which is nice. We are already up, like, what is it? 4-1? 5-1? So... But this is a good match. 4-1, in fact. And we have so much tension that we can probably just smash another one in. Let's see. Bushin Renzan! It is in fact a pass! We're gonna chain this with Devil Burst. Teria! And that should be the 5-1 pretty convincingly, even with Dawn's shout. Beautiful. Okay, another 10 minutes. Yeah, no, but this, honestly, I think that this period, this time period that they go to, is probably one of the more enticing ones that they do. It's a really strong start for Chrono Stones to introduce this gimmick of time jumping at the very least. Because for everyone who's seen the anime, I mean, just look at all the characters you have in this period. You have Katsu, you have Tasuke and his friends, you have Bête Noire, which is just Bat in a disguise, but she's cool as fuck. You have Nobunaga, you have Tokichiro Kinoshita. There's just banger after banger after banger. So, when I first watched this, I found it very hard for other time periods to weigh up to this one. There are a few that I still think are really good, if not better than this one. There's one that comes to mind that's pretty late in the season, which is also technically not a real time period, which should probably give away to most of you what I'm talking about, but... Shuto Seda! Yeah, we could totally go for a cheeky 6-1, by the way. Like, it is entirely within the realm of possibility. I need to do a cheeky little long pass. Oh yeah, that's it. Lock it in, Tsurugi. Lock it in. 6-1. Tornado! Double driver! I'm just sitting back. I don't even need to do anything anymore, to be completely honest. Ah, lovely. Lovely. The pre-Ares Chronicle matches do two things, play for victory. Second half, do two things, play for victory. Yeah. I don't entirely agree with the structure for these matches either, but at the very least they got the most important parts of this match worked in here, so I very much appreciate that. Okay, but that's that. 6-1. Beautiful. Tokichiro Kinoshita! I mean, we already had him. He's not actually a coach. You can't even install him as a manager off rip, I don't think. I believe he's a defender or a midfielder or something. He has Shinkuma, though. And this is the final event that we need from this match. Gamma! Gamma. Goodbye, Bata. Godspeed. And then imagine they just cut it off right after this line. Nah, man. Shindo doesn't even get to say goodbye to Katsu. They completely cut out Katsu from this time period, man. Evil Panda, you're close, bud, you're close. Next up is France, in fact. Though I guess England is technically part of it, but we will go to France. But yeah, okay, it's a little unfortunate. Shindo didn't get to say goodbye to Katsu. They completely cut her out of the story. Well, she appeared once. Just to say that, you know, Tasuke got kidnapped. Which, to be fair, laudable contribution to the events, I suppose. Now let's see. We're up against Beta, so actually having Nishikage in goal is really convenient. Goalkeeper for Protocol Omega is Earth Element, so I will in fact put in Ozrock. And I'll bring Tsutomu up a little bit, I think, and Yagyu. There you go. Okay, should be fine. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's... Well, to be fair, there's not much else that really happens after Nobunaga praises Shindo for mixing with him. But yeah, it's a little sad that they cut out the side characters. I get that they wanted to make a little synopsis, you know, they didn't want to make it too much of a visual novel, I suppose. And I do respect that decision. That's crazy. This guy, again, is like twice as wide and twice as tall as Tsutomu, who is a full-grown man, by the way. I don't see how that should be a foul, but that's fine. At least he gives a limp-ass pass, so I'll take that. Let's go to Yagyu, who's offside, so I can't do that. Okay. I thought I was smart. I thought I was smart there for a second. My hubris. That's fine. He has air ride. Interesting. Will he pass my judgment? In fact, he shall not. Same voice line for every move, bro, but that's okay. Okay. A nice little volley in. And hey, you know what, actually? Once we get past... I believe once we get past... let me think here. Yeah, once we get past France... Oh, spinning upper. Koilu upper, sorry. Once we get past France, I believe we are done with the majority, if not all of Protocol Omega. Which I suppose is something to look forward to for some of you. I personally really don't mind Protocol Omega. I do have a little bit of an issue with the way they handled it in this Chronicle mode, obviously. Since it is just kind of... It's just kind of Protocol Omega 6 or 7 times in a row, right? With a few disguises along the way, but... Okay, I have enough tension to do a nice little extend zone. Which I think, since we have elemental advantage against the goalkeeper, we could score here. We certainly could. Yeah, we still have Perfect Cascade, that's true. Perfect Cascade is decently late, and that's when we get to the dinosaur era. In fact, when we get to Torb and such, that's when we get to Perfect Cascade. Now, what we also have is, of course, Xanark's Domain. Xanark's Domain is going to play a decently big role after France, even in France. Though in France, it's, to be fair, it's only Xanark who really contributes. Yeah, Ozrock really loves that ha 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 voice line. It's kind of uncanny. He's just a really happy guy. He's just really happy to be alive. As opposed to most of his home planet. Which is lore that we will get to once we get to the Galaxy season, I suppose. But let's see. Yep, that's my goat. And then we're gonna... I love this move, man. I love the whole theming of it. And I love how well it fits on Tsutomu. I could totally imagine him pulling out a sniper rifle too. Ooh. Gyro saving. Another move pulled out, okay. That move's gonna get a lot more prominent once we get to Protocol Omega 3.0. Which, hopefully to no one's surprise, there is in fact such a thing. Okay, play this Yagi. 20. Sokyu Seidan. Actually, really can't wait to get to Perfect Cascade. I think Perfect Cascade are a really interesting concept for a team. Even if they all are cyborgs, they have some really cool moves designed for them. And you know what? I really hope they have their dribble move. I don't think they will, because it's not in the anime. But it may be purchasable once we actually beat them. Which has also been a pretty big motivation for me to kind of just blast through these teams as fast as I can. One, because, well, you know, playing full matches against Protocol Omega 8 or 9 times over is, it gets a little stale at a certain point. But second of all, because every Chronicle match you play, I think unlocks 1 or 2 moves, maybe even more if you're lucky. So, anyway, surprise attack. So I'm hoping they have Offense Commando 18. Mue Soha. Plasma Shadow. There we go. Man-made monster. Can't really do much here. Can I do Stargazer? I can, in fact, not do Stargazer. Yikes. So then what I'll do is just kind of play it back and chain, I think. Because I need to try to at least get the advantage time. We play it here. Oscar is in the way. You don't love to see that. November was also in the way. Oscar moved out. I love that. Okay, that's good. 3-0. Solid. 15 more minutes is not bad. Yeah. I really... Also, one thing that I'm wondering currently, which is probably something that someone in the chat can answer for me. Do you just get a bunch of emblems from playing as Protocol Omega on the rare drop battles? I have to imagine, right? It's only... I imagine it's only the final match against Protocol Omega 3.0 that gets you the Protocol Omega kit, right? Because they all wear the same kit. They're practically the same team, all of them, so... That sounds most logical to me, but perhaps I'm wrong about that. That is a yellow card. Because they had yellow cards back in these times, actually. Little known fact. They took out Quartz. Unfortunate for him. But Elbozo. Back to Yagyu. Low bicycle kick? Oh, fuck yeah. It's gonna hit him in the head. Never mind. So here's something, actually. Something that I found out while I was playing this game on my own. I was playing as Sambayama a bunch. Just to see if I could get the full team. Which in the end, I almost managed. I'm very close. But I found out that they actually also changed the Keeper AI. Not to where they won't run out of the go anymore, they still do that, but at least to where you can't score a cheap regular goal on them. They move really fast towards the ball now, so it's almost impossible. Just like the defenders move into the trajectory of the shot now, after the Ares update. It's very difficult to score a... would you call it a no-mash? I don't know about that one, but... at the very least, to score with a regular shot. Out of the goalkeeper not being in place, you know? Another one gives the Tenma's kit? Oh, that makes sense, actually. Yeah, that makes sense. Because I suppose you don't really... there's no match where you play against the Tenmas, so yeah, okay. That's respectable, actually. Don Sauto. That is the 4-0. So we achieved that. If nothing else. But let me think. What even is going to be the next match? Is it... Hey, guys, like, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there is a very real possibility that it's Protocol Omega again. But, at the very least, it'll be Protocol Omega 3.0. I lost. Okay. Ooh, that went out. Ooh, he got cocked by the game. Play this to Fanny, bro. Play to Fanny. Hello? Okay, I guess not. Guess I'll just do it like this. Tenku Sanda! And then... Vampire Lodo. There's 1740 as well. We almost were there. But okay. That is the end of our, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th match against Protocol Omega, actually. Only the 3rd match, actually 2nd match against Protocol Omega 2.0. Now, our Ares Kudo is gonna level a little bit. It's only 1 million EXP, so it can never be that much. So I'm just gonna sit here for a little bit. And yeah, like, realistically, the next match could very well be Protocol Omega. In fact, it may just be the only match we play against Gamma. Because, shocker, he only plays 1 match. And really, he doesn't even play it as himself, but what that means, you'll find out soon enough. Damn, I also did not realize Tsutoma Nishikaga level 99. I don't know when that happened, but... okay. So Kudo learned Illusion Ball and Kage Nui, which is certainly an interesting moveset to boast. Okay, got Tsutoma, got Yagyu, got Minaho. Sure, these are good drops. These are good drops. Fool's Festival Showdown. That's it. So next up, Orléans. We are moving to France, and it is, in fact, Protocol Omega 3.0. That's them. And yeah, this, as you may notice, this is not really how Gamma is supposed to look. A tragic incident has happened to Gamma, which is called... basically being mind-controlled by an entirely different character. Ah, there he is. He's already here. Xanarch Avalonic. The terrible disaster called Xanarch Avalonic has happened to Gamma. I wonder if they're going to touch upon this at all. There's France. The year is 1427, during the height of the French-English War. Xanarch Avalonic. Nameless nobody from nowhere. I still remember that goddamn cutscene with Gamma, man. What you meant to say was, who is this dashing rogue? Right, am I right? I'm right. They made him sound so criminally stupid, man. But yeah, Xanarch's basically mind-controlling the entirety of Protocol Omega 3.0. Not gonna front. Actually, I wonder if they count this as a separate kit. Or is it just the awake kit for Protocol Omega? Not entirely sure. But yeah, Xanarch is so powerful, he mixi-maxed with an entire fucking team. So that's great. Okay. Now what they don't tell you is happening in the background here is we've met up with Jeanne d'Arc, who is I suppose the famous historical character in this period. A much more important thing, by the way, is that Kinako is on our team. And I bloody love Kinako. She's probably my favorite female character in Inazuma 11, so absolutely delighted to have her here. So yeah, big things happening. Met up with Jeanne d'Arc. And Jeanne d'Arc, she has a very cute design in Inazuma 11 as well. But she's fighting with the French army against the English. On the far end of this bridge, actually, just beyond that gate. Okay, I started a focus battle, now what? I lose, I think. Unless I do Deep Mist. Even if I do Deep Mist, it doesn't matter. In fact, nothing really matters. Yeah, he's fired up, so... Smato. Bukao, no, okay. He's pulling it out. That thing doesn't have a shot move, but... One would think, with 263 attack power, that Shinsuke should be able to block literally a single shot, but... Nothing could be further from the truth, actually. We all know how Shinsuke is by this point. Smato. Yeah, unfortunately, Gamma never gets to play a proper match as Protocol Omega, as captain of Protocol Omega. Basically what happens off-screen is they're all gathered in the forest. I think they're spying on Raymond. They get interrupted by Xanark just kind of warping in on his motorcycle, tanking 12 shots by like the entire team, and then just proceeding to destroy every single one of them, because Xanark is probably the most canonly overpowered character in Inazuma 11. And yeah, then he takes over their minds. And now they're his team. But we got a new goalkeeper for Protocol Omega. This is Romeo. At least that's how he's called in the dub. He is the one that introduces gyro saving to Protocol Omega. The other goalkeeper never uses it in the anime, at the very least. And we're gonna be acquainted with Romeo for a bit longer here. He's gonna play a little role a little later on in the story. But OP as hell and cool as fuck. That's the most concise but most perfect description of Xanark that I've read. Okay, first half is in fact almost over. I think we can probably get one more shot off for a little quick. Which, I should get it to Tsurugi, actually. Since Romeo is wood element, I believe. So this should go in. Actually, I don't know if he's wood element. I thought he was, but maybe I'm mistaken. Doesn't really matter, it's 1-to-1. So that's going to help us moving into the second half. Okay, good. Clean first half, pretty fast first half as well. Shinsuke smiling as if he contributed literally anything. I forgot we have fucking King Charles as our coach. Actually, I need King Charles to do the thing he did in the anime, man. He was so good in the anime. He was so funny. Is he gonna, though? Are we gonna rage bait this team? I don't think we're gonna. I have to win a focus ball. The one thing that's gonna happen is Kirino is gonna get his Mixie Max in this match. Which... Ui. Koiru Appa. That's tough. But Kirino is not giving up. That's fine. No! Kirako, no! They would never pass my code. Inferiority complex. Common killer of young talent, especially in Inazuma 11. Another great theme as well. OST does literally not have a single miss. Okay. Kirino gets a Keshin in this match. And I believe he immediately gets to Armor Fire too. Fact... Okay, not quite actually. Not quite. Brun Hirda! Awesome Keshin. Hold. Jeanne d'Arc? There she is! Yes! Jeanne d'Arc. The most visually impaired French knight you've ever seen. And Jean is going to bear the flag of France. And now we get our Mixie Max for Kirino, which I'm gonna have to immediately do, I have to imagine, if he doesn't pop off too hard. There we go. Mixie Trans! Jeanne! Oh, fuck yeah. Damn. These Mixie Max designs as well, they're so good. But yeah, I don't have to score with Kirino, obviously. In fact, I don't think I can, possibly. Yeah, it's so good to see Jeanne again. I completely agree, Ami. They give her such a good arc in the anime too, but they couldn't. They can't do anything with these characters in the Chronicle mode, and it's kind of a shame. It really waters down everything that Chrono Stones is good at, which is ironically the side characters. Let me just pull out more Mixie Maxes. Why not? Mixie Trans! Tirano! I wonder why they don't actually voice who they're Mixie Maxing with. Okay, let me do a little... Bounce-Arabito! And I don't need to do anything else. Just a direct should do it. Oscar will get in the way. Oscar kind of goes it. I've used him with quite a bit of enjoyment, actually. Especially in Ghost Strikers. Ghost Strikers, it was pretty fun. He has a defense block move, which I'm not sure if he has it in this game. I feel like they should have done it already by this point. Magnet Draw. Let's see. Anything else we do? Not much. If I recall, the only thing that really happens in this match is, yeah, both Kirino and Jeanne get to know what their role is within their respective teams. Jeanne, of course, being in the French army. Jeanne starts waving the flag of France. It's a pretty cool scene. It's nice. Like, you get to see Jeanne is kind of very insecure. But Kirino has that same thing going on, right? Because that's what Kirino just expressed. Kirino is like, oh, I've always been with Shindo, but Shindo's always miles ahead of me. So where do I fit in, you know? And that's how they bond. Jeanne takes a genuine interest in football as well. She starts playing a little bit of football. She's not good at it, but... Also, one thing I have to mention is in the game, in the Chrono Stones game, literally the way you get introduced to Jeanne d'Arc is her fucking falling down the stairs. She just falls down the stairs because her glasses canonically suck. Oh, just absolutely brilliant. And the games are such an untapped source of good scene potential. Like, I don't think anyone acknowledges how good some of the scenes are in the games. But if you have the time, absolutely look up the cutscenes for the Chrono Stones games at some point, because there's some absolute gems in there. Such as Jeanne falling down the stairs. 3-1, I believe this will be. And then a free match. No, the free match, yeah. Not gonna offer much more than this match, I don't think. have to take a shot. What way, game? Also, I was there, not gonna lie, but that's fine, I suppose. It doesn't really matter, I'm not upset or anything. What a nice instant pass back. Oh yeah, they're brilliant pass work. Absolutely brilliant passes. Yeah, see, the defenders are now moving really fast into the trajectory of the ball. Before, they would never have reached that, but I'm still undecided on whether that's a good change or not. What a crazy pass, by the way. Hello. That was the most horizontal pass I think I've ever seen in this game. Oh, he's wind element. I only now noticed. But okay. That is the one and only match that we will play against Protocol Omega 3.0. That is, I suppose, also the only time that we will get to see Jeanne d'Arc on screen in this Chronicle mode. Which is a little sad, but hey, what can you do? Okay, nothing interesting spirits-wise, but I don't expect to get a whole lot from these Protocol Omega teams, to be completely honest. And there he goes. For France! We got one more last hurrah for Jeanne d'Arc. I'm kind of surprised that I didn't have to do La Flamme with Kirino, actually. Since they did force me to do Satsuna Boost, they did force me to do Ichiojo. Okay, well, I'll try to show that off later then, if I can, because La Flamme is, or just in French, La Flamme is a very cool move. Ironically. Yeah, that is all there is about France. Then there's going to be China, back to Japan, prehistoric area, and then we get to some bangers, and then it's off to Feda. Okay, so actually we're quite deep already, I want to say. We're about halfway. Well, once we get to this era of Japan, we'll be halfway. So let's see. Actually, the guys that have changed since Protocol Omega 2.0. I'm pretty sure Galing, Ruzik, Bahamus, I think Darna, but I'm not entirely sure, and Gamma are new. So, quite a few changes. The goat Oscar is still on, of course. Also, yeah, Christianity is in fact canon in Inazuma 11. Or at least in France in Inazuma 11. So, you can make it as convoluted as you yourself want. Now this goalkeeper, actually kind of fitting, we still have Taske on this team. This goalkeeper is Wind Element, as we just learned, so Van Van is not going to be a great pick here. I can't put in Ozrok. I can, however. And then I'll put in Kisoji. And that should be good. That's about as much as we can prepare for this one. With Zanakuro up front. Also decently ironic. But hey, Zanakuro and Zanark are two completely different characters, so it works out. Now, also something that they don't show as a result of Chronicle Mode not really focusing on any off-pitch events is both in the era before this, in the Sengoku era of Japan, and in France, in Jeanne d'Arc's time period, Shindo and Kirino, respectively, get a gift from Katsu and from Jeanne. Now, from Katsu, who is a tofu maker, Shindo gets homemade tofu, which he eats on the bus ride back to the original time period they come from. And Kirino gets a little piece of candy from Jeanne. Now let's see. What can we do here? Bounce shot. Should give a bit more power. And since we do have elemental advantage, bounces right past the defense as well. Cleanest bounce I've seen in my life. That should be the 1-0. Six minutes in. If we keep up the pace. If. And then he proceeds to pull out his Kashin. Okay. Well, this Kashin has a dribble Hisatsu, so it's quite possible he pulls it out right here now. I hate defending in this game. That's never going to change, I don't think. Defending in this game feels like so bad to do. It's like the least rewarding position to play in Victory Road. Somehow. Since I'll be doing exactly what the game has told me to do, which is, you know, trap running players into the extended arms. But then just kind of nothing happens. Just like there with their defense, nothing happened. They didn't do anything. They just dash right through. Well... Okay, Orthodox should have enough power. Especially with that direct. Okay, 2-0. So we are on track to move on pretty quickly here. Is he gonna jump my direction? Yes, see it. Oh, advanced Kudo. Okay. Okay, advanced Kudo. And that's the Kudo that I just put in the team as well. That's also not where I wanted to pass, Chief. Not gonna lie. Plasma ball from all the way up here. Okay. I see you. Plasma ball. Well, that's fine. I guess that means we can do Lunar Eclipse. Yeah, in fact we can. Oke no tate. 2200. In fact, I took 0 damage. Yeah, this guy may just be fucking awesome. Yeah, Yami, exactly. They're very cute moments, like the little interactions with the side characters. Again, it's establishing a personality for these side characters that Chrono Stones does really well, but it doesn't get a chance to do it in the Chronicle mode. Also, I'm kind of shocked that I won that, not gonna lie. But that's okay, that's fine. You know what, Gokuhi, fucking go to this hell. Keeps proving himself time and again that he should be on the main team. He's not going to. He was for a lot of time. A lot of matches. But not anymore. He has been replaced by Kira. He was the last bastion of characters that were on my original 11 for the main team. Or I guess the original 16. He has been on the pitch for a long time though, that's the thing. And that's probably been longer than than anyone else in the community has used him. If I had to make a little wager here. Well, that could go in, you know? That's not going in, you know? But it was close. It was close. If you hadn't done gyro saving, it would have gone in. Advantage win is officially not on the cards anymore, but certainly one more break. It's just not the same. It doesn't feel the same anymore. I can mimic the motions perfectly, but it's just doesn't feel the same. But thank you, Zanakuro. That is 3-0. And then we get this banger again. What a great opening, man. Have I heard a single bad opening from Chrono Stones, actually? No. No, I haven't. Simple question with a simple answer. Then I kill you. Okay, do we change anything? No, I don't think so. So how's everyone's day been? How have we been doing, you know? Since we have a bit of downtime, I don't really have anything to talk about anymore, considering Protocol Omega at the very least. And I could info dump about so much that happens moving forward here, but I don't want to do that. So how are we doing? Are we chilling tonight? We're having a good time? We all staying warm? It is still pretty cold in Europe. The part of the Netherlands where I live, it's becoming a lot warmer. I think it's going to be anywhere between 7 and 10 degrees tomorrow during the day. Up north, apparently, people are ice skating. I certainly am not. Also, I think Zanakuro is offside. Yeah. He moved back a little too late, but... Yeah, you went ice skating, Yami, that's true. See, that's so nice. I wish I could. Well, technically I can. Just an indoor ice rink, I suppose, but... That's half an hour of the drive away, so I'm not gonna do that. I wish I could organically. Minus 12 degrees. Jesus Christ, Yami. I wish. That it's at least still a proper winter, you know. Over here, it's just... Well, Lucas, you can probably agree with me on this one, but winter, realistically, is just an extension of autumn in the Netherlands. It's like, there's been rain today. There's been tempestuous winds today. I had headwind on the way to work and on the way back too, so that's always great, you know. Love that. Makes cycling home a true treat. And that's a yellow card for Kisoji, what the hell, man. Yeah, but needless to say, it's been a little drab, it's been a little grey, but at the very least I work inside, so it doesn't bother me too much. But it is a little disappointing to see that it's, you know, it's warming up again, especially since we've only just entered February. Like, it's literally 3 February today, so... To see that we're already back to having 10 degrees Celsius. Well, it's kind of been that way. It's been up and down for a long while now in the Netherlands. We had snow for a week. Yeah, that's true. We had snow for about 4 or 5 days, I think. But yeah, winter is really just autumn, the DLC. With sometimes a suggestion of cold, but for the most part, it's just autumn too. It's real. Okay. Victory in Protocol Omega 3.0. We never have to play this team again. Well, I will in my free time, but none of you have to. Watch it. Okay, let's see here. Getting more beans is good as well, because God knows, if we're talking about God, you know, Jeanne d'Arc and all that, God knows I need a shit ton of beans. Holy. And it is decently easy to grind beans in the story mode in some of the trading modules, but I would just much rather get them organically. Now, are we playing? Fantastic. Fellas, we are going back to the era of the 3 kingdoms in China. And we are playing against the Terracotta Army. Yes! We didn't get to play against the Guardian robots in Chrono Stones. We also didn't get to play against the robot team in the original season. I think in the 2nd season, that's when that happens. But we do get to play against the Terracotta Army. Fantastic. However, first, I need to upgrade Kudo. I definitely need to enhance him. I don't know whether I have a blue version of him. I certainly have a purple version. So I may just do a cheeky little that. Why does he need the same beans that all my forwards do? I hate that, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm gonna do it because Kudo is literally my favorite coach out there, so... I'll take it. I'll take the good with the bad, as they say. Okay. And then, aside from that, yeah, I don't think there's much else we can do. Have a quick look if I can merge. I can certainly merge Redux, so I absolutely will. I absolutely will. Love this little guy. Bald ass. The rest I think is probably fine. Like, can I enhance her? Not that I particularly care about her, but she also needs the yellow and the pink beans. Like, be so for real. Everyone needs these for some reason. Okay. Actually, let me also get a different... Let me get different tactics. Though I haven't really been using tactics, not gonna lie. But I like track cycling a lot, so I'm gonna do that one. Three-pronged attack is good. I feel like Ghost Lock has been useful so far. Is there anything else that I really want? Probably not, to be completely honest. So, Ghost Lock it is. Okay, but yeah, the Terracotta Army. Huge. It's been very cold and very slippery. Oh, whoa, whoa, hold up, hold on. Okay, interesting. A little path split, is it? Okay. So yeah, the thing with Chrono Stones is in the games, of course, it's split between two separate games. We have Wildfire, we have Thunderflash. Now the teams, the Ultimate 11, between both teams is different. In Wildfire, you have Taiyo, who we have already been introduced to. And in Thunderflash, we have Hakuryu, who we have also been introduced to. Just not very, very long, you know? Because especially in the first game, he was a post-game character. If you had the right version, if you had Light. Now, I prefer the Wildfire team, personally. It's the game I played. So, I will play the Taiyo. And there we go. So now, we have Taiyo on the pitch against 7. That math doesn't add up. 11 Terracotta Warriors. And we have Ryubei in the goal, in favor of Shinsuke. Or rather than Shinsuke, in fact. China, 207 AD. The fucking Terracotta Army, bro. They're so menacing. And there we have Guan Yu. Oh yeah, they slowly approach us. This scene in the anime too. Are these guys moving closer? They keep turning around and they keep getting closer. And then at a certain point they catch them moving and it all goes to shit. I love it. Great! In that case, Ryubei is going to be goalkeeper. Exactly, Shinsuke. No one fucking cares, man. Shinsuke doesn't trust a literal historical hero who united China. Brother. Brother is getting a little too big for his spikes. The Terracotta Army. Oh, brother. This is going to be a match and a half. Now, Ryubei, do not be deceived. He has absolutely jack shit. But he's there. And he's pretty solid, actually. In the anime, he is pretty solid. Oh, this is so awesome, man. This is so awesome. Beautiful. This is why I love Inazuma 11, man. Okay, the Terracotta Army. Shinsuke, trust the plan, man. Gee. Oh, he's fired up. Oh, the Terracotta Army. Okay, well, yeah, woo. Oh, they actually gave him voices. Interesting. Gear Drive. And now this doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's not powered down. But Ryubei, I think he stops this. Just deadass stops this. Yeah. Because he's goated with the sauce. Of course, he's so much better than Shinsuke. Come on. And he's doing that with his bare hands, too. He's not even wearing gloves. Ryubei as well is like, he's so well portrayed. Well, I don't know what the original Ryubei was like. Probably nothing like Inazuma 11 Ryubei, but let's see, score goes Taiyo. I can if this ball makes it there. Oh yeah, absolutely. Hold. Do I have armor? Do I have plot armor? Solid, right? I'm taking that. Hell yeah, Taiyo. Now, of course, Ryubei is good. He's not infallible. But judging by the history check, I don't think we're going to see any of that in the first half here. Shinsuke's so ass that they put a guy who never played football in the goal, and he's better than him too. Vinny, we're being so real. We're being so real tonight. But come on, I know if I had to pick between Ryubei and Shinsuke... Fist beam. Does he voice it? He does. Nice. Or it does, I suppose. It's a statue after all. Oh yeah, they do beam fist a bunch of times in the anime, I believe, as well. Did they have electric impedance as well? Like, I'm kind of tempted to say that they do. Or transporter device. I believe they have transporter device in... Did I not say it? Toransumu. He voices it too, interesting. So I wonder if they have electric impedance as well. I feel like if we're looking... Well, we had the shots, we had the goalkeeper move, we had the dribble move, so... Let's see. I don't think he wants to do it, so... Gigi. I'm gonna hold off on that for now. Yeah, I mean, Lucas, point taken. You can put just about everyone in the goal, and he'll be better than Shinsuke. Like, it's not that difficult. Even when he has plot armor, he sucks. Like, he gets plot armor for one interaction. There it is. Electric impedance. And that's all 4 moves from the Terracotta Army. Ah yes, the 2 things they say. Gokugo and Gigi. Beautiful. And I suppose all the move names. Now, I think they changed the voice actors for these Terracotta Warriors, not gonna front. Because he's not a little whiny bitch like you, Shinsuke. Come on. Strong language, but brother, Shinsuke is such a pathetic wet cat of a cage. But yeah, he allows him to play. He's the bigger man in this interaction. Literally and proverbially. Laugh it off, just like Ryubei, come on. So, by the way, the context for the people who don't know why we're playing against an army of terracotta warriors. So we're in the era of the 3 kingdoms right now in China. And we are here to Miximax 1 with Ryubei, but 2 with Zhuge. These are 2 characters that appear in the same time period. Now, Ryubei... what am I doing? Score using solar... Oh, okay, I can't pass. Fair enough. Now, Ryubei is the hero of the story of the 3 kingdoms. Zhuge is an ally in this story, but we are in the point of the story where Zhuge is not on our side yet. So to prove ourselves, and to prove himself, we tag along with Ryubei, and we climb Zhuge tower. And this terracotta army is one of the challenges that lies within the tower. So we basically move from floor to floor, and in fact, in the anime, Once they get a trial wrong at some point, and they just fall back, right back to the entrance. Now, luckily, we don't have to endure any of that. This move too, I like actually. It's quite simple in concept, but unfortunately, this is the Shinsuke arc. So one, he gets just a regular new Hisatsu. Like he gets so much, and for what? But yeah, we get Butobi Pansy. I never know why this move works the way it does. Like, what is the added value in running all the way from the corner flag to the goal? Just to barely reach the ball. How does that ever improve your stopping power, you know? May just be me, but... Totsugeki. I do not have the long shot with Kinakon, not gonna lie, I thought I did. Ooh, that's a problem. Why does this forward have slice and dice? Well, sorry Kinako. Can't watch. Okay, now what? Win the match? With just anyone? That's fine. Yellow beans? Love that. Now also, great thing that happens prior to us going to this time period is Hayami, right? Hayami really loves the story of the Three Kingdoms. Hayami really wants to go to this time period. He doesn't get to go, and I love that. I absolutely adore that decision that they made. Because Hayami deserves absolutely jack shit. Gigi. Ooh, he has Spiral Draw. Interesting. Yeah, every time I see Cyclone Sprint, it just has to sink in for a second, because it was called Whirly Whirly before. At least in the 3DS games and in Strikers. First Strikers game as well as the second Strikers game, pretty sure. And then now it's just Cyclone Sprint randomly, which, to be fair, is probably a more appropriate name than Whirly Whirly. But well. For you, Shinsuke is a Nepo baby, Yami? He gets plot armor purely because he's Tenma's best friend? I hadn't thought about it like that, but you're kind of really right, actually. Just goes to show how important networking is, I suppose. But, yeah, for real, no, that is kind of actually really right. Okay, there we go. The Terracotta Army has been crumbled. Good. Good. Shinsuke actually, okay, he gets one thing in this match. I guess he gets the rest. He gets the rest in the second match that we play in this period. Oh shit, we got Terracotta Warriors. Which one did we get? 7 and 2. Particular about he ties his scarf. And then this one is an expert at sneaking up on people. So he was definitely in the group that appeared in the anime. That's good. We identified one of them. Thank you, Taiyo, for carrying the match. Scoring once. He is funny. I do like Ryubei a lot. If only they let him let out that boisterous laugh that he has in the anime. He has such fucking awful jokes in the anime too, but it's corny when it comes back right to the point of being funny, so. Okay, all purple Terracotta Army. Not much should change. If this goalkeeper is fire, that would be really helpful. Which honestly I did not check, but I feel like there's a decent chance that it is. So I'm gonna lock in on that. It's probably gonna be a horrible lapse in judgment when I find out he's not actually fire. But at the very least, his move is fire. If you could turn one Terracotta Warrior into a Basara, which one would it be? I haven't really thought about that. I mean, when it comes to, you know, they all have very distinct personalities, of course, and I think they all have their own added value when you really start getting into the nitty-gritty of this team. But I don't know, I feel like I don't want to judge purely based on the fact that they have a slightly different personality, you know? I think what I would do is I would go for, I think number 5. It is one of my lucky numbers, so probably Terracotta Warrior 5, yeah. Totsugeki. Oh boy, they just do it. Okay. Well, that just ruined my shot. Not gonna lie. So is he... Of course, the goalkeeper is a wind element, bro. Of course, I made my entire fucking attack, my entire offensive line is earth, and this goalkeeper is a wind element. Brother. There's absolutely zero shot. Well, I don't think an advantage win is in the cards here, boys. I know I can switch out my characters like mid-game whenever I want, technically. But I'd have to put Zanakuro up front yet again. Yeah. Gokugo. Gigi. Susume. Oh, he said a third thing. Holy shit. Third word learned. That's awesome. Yeah, let's see if this will do it. Oh, not like that. Back to Yagu. Go no Isen. Now we have the angle. We have an angle, ladies and gentlemen. 2,000 power. That should be plenty. Gigi. It's learning. It's evolving. I'm so proud of these Terracotta Warriors. Me, when I said I could literally just do whatever I wanted, I could just switch players. Yeah, well, I guess I'm not doing it. But I will be making more use of my tactics. Since, holy fuck, I can move. Little sneak attack. Well, it didn't give me the extra power because there wasn't a sneak attack, but... My god. Can you move even faster? We're back in the zone already. Play it back to Sakurazaki. Yep. Find the funny weak spot. 2-0 in the span of 5 minutes. This 3-pronged attack is fantastic. Watch this. He's so fast. He's so fast. Jesus Christ, man. This combination is absolutely cracked. Yeah, unfortunately, electric impedance, but that's fine. Go, go, go. Murada. Everyone is just this fast. Jesus Christ. This one does have a sneak attack. And that's neutral, so that's fine. I don't really lose any power, ostensibly, from going up against a wind goalkeeper, so that's good at the very least. He's going left again, never mind. I will pop this before I have the chance to be intercepted. Now, it is very possible that half the team, half the Terracotta army, will move into the range of this. In fact, they did not. That was a good angle, I suppose. So that'll bring him down to about half of his KP left. Sakurazaki has run out. But that doesn't mean that we can't make something work. Yep, bait out the castle wall. Oh, it's so easy. It's just so easy, actually. And that's a 3-0, you know what? I think these tactics, I feel like I should have been using these tactics a lot earlier than I have, not gonna lie. Okay, that's a 3-pronged attack. Doled out. I just need a bit more tension. Which I can surely get from the forwards. This one's fire again. He has electric impedance. So even if I'm winning this, which I'm not, that is tough. RIP Sakurazaki. Let's see. Ooh, Van Fanny. Hold. This could work. I do not have enough for that, in fact. But sneak attack, that helps. Chip him down a little bit. Now if I can get one good chain off. Oh, there's Terra number 5. Okay, use Earth Elements. That is my favorite element, actually, in Inazuma 11, so... Actually, I feel like my pick was kind of good. What a pass! Never mind. Give me that ball. I have a little... Ooh, I have a little bit more time! Ooh. What do I do? Do I could pass. Do I? No, I don't. I don't think I do. I think I just... Shunrai. Shunrai! I think that should do it. Oh, that's a lot. That is in fact it. Okay. Awesome. We don't have to play a second half against the Terracotta army. Would have been a little dull, I can't help but feel. 31-31 too. Beautiful time to score the 4-0. And what a beautiful little melody. Little flute melody. It just keeps going too. Gorgeous. But that's it. Hawaii! Hawaii has really not been doing much, but that's also because they just don't really get through my defense. Not gonna lie. And yeah, no commentator for this one, so we don't get a little post-match commentary. This was essentially a trap, so they didn't need to... Liu Bei! Yes! Let's go! Get in! I fucking love Liu Bei, man. These historical characters from Chrono Stones, I would very much like to have all of them. To imagine, I would love to just make a full team with all the historical characters from these eras. Because I know there's some weird ones that they added in Galaxy too. But next is what is basically the successor of Protocol Omega, Xanark's Domain. Now we get to play against Xanark proper. And I once again get to pick which team I want. I've basically already locked in the Wildfire route, so I'll just keep going on with that. We already played a match with Taiyo, so I'll keep riding on with him. And there he is. Mr. OP himself. I think they all have their Miximax moves and their base movesets. See, I think that's right. I believe in Chrono Stones it was the same thing. Where Nobunaga would, for example, have Setsuna boost just in his regular moveset. Which makes sense, right? Just looking at the mechanic that is Miximax. Which is just inheriting moves from other characters, so it makes sense for them to have it in the base moveset. Nobunaga, welcome! Super Xanark! It's not happening quite yet, but we are getting a different Miximax, I think. We should be getting, So. Let's see. Oh, interesting. Where has Kirino's Kashin gone? Curious. Then again, it's not showing up for Shindo either, but he certainly has it, so... Okay, maybe that's just a visual bug. Right, Xanark's Domain, in one of the coolest stadiums, I think, in this season. Zhuge Liang's Tower Top Football Pitch. Her flower garden. There's just a whole ass mountain on top of this tower. Actually, I think the tower may be built into a mountain, if memory serves. Okay, but let's see. Enter the offensive zone as Taiyo. Not with that limb pass, I'm not. Kinako? Kinako would never fail me. Exactly. Okay, there we go. That giggle, that chuckle is the last thing you want to hear. Mixitrans! So! Oh, fuck yeah. Oni gets this spirit? Yes! It's so clean. It is so clean. It has tortoise shell pat. There he is! It's fucking Yosuke Yashima. He just gets kidnapped into every possible time period, man. And there's Zhuge. Now Zhuge Liang, I think in the canon, if you want to call it that, was a man. But in Inazuma 11, it's a woman. And a woman with a fantastic design at that. And a really cool cash-in too. Yes, she is. She is just that powerful. Okay, and a bit of an awkward animation. But I believe what happens... An enforced Mixmax, yeah. So Zhuge Liang basically forces her aura onto Taiyo. Now in the anime, I believe her Kashin literally blasts into Taiyo, and he's just forced to take in all the energy. But he pulls it off. He pulls it off. Admittedly, I think the Miximax looks better on Hakuryu. But, yeah, we have another Miximax on our team. And I have to imagine we move forward with Taiyo as well, given we've made this choice now. And now we can do Tenshiraime. Dude, what a banger move once again. Is there even a single miss when it comes to these Miximax moves? I don't think so, personally. I think these Miximax moves are some of the coolest shit they've done in Inazuma 11, period. Hey, that's Solideryx line. What the fuck? Ah, he armorifies his Kashin, yes. Something he has in his base kit when you pull him in this game, actually. Brother is so overpowered that even when you pull him as a common player in this game, you get a Miximax and a Kashin armed, actually. Which is absolutely insane, by all means and purposes. Now Shinsuke gets his Miximax. As I said, this is going to be a running theme. And... But actually, I don't think he's able to stop this. Is he? No, literally. This is what I mean, right? This is prime Shinsuke. Like, he gets a new thing, and in the very same match that he gets the new thing, it's already broken through. Unconditionally. Always happens.
Shinsuke,
oh, and he just gets this. Okay, he just gets it. Cool. Ryube! Credit where it's due. They did mash the designs together very well. I do actually like the look of Shinsuke's Miximax. And the move he gets. Ooh, it may just be my favorite of the Miximax moves, not gonna lie. He gets Song of the Three Kingdoms, I believe. If they didn't change the name by this point. Equalize the score. Can do. Oh, I have Tortoise Shell Pattern now. As a strategy, as a tactic. Interesting. I really wish they would have made us do it instead of just having, you know, 3 objectives. One of them being equalize the score. Because Tortoise Shell Pattern is pretty clever, actually. And Zhuge Liang teaches it to us, I believe. But hey, can't have everything. Now what? I believe as soon as we tie the score, I think the match gets cut short by a most terrible event involving Xanark. But we'll get to that. Sandcutter! Yes. This is what Shutan is known for. Ghost Shike specifically. I forget whether he's the only one who has it, but I believe so. Okay, now let's equalize the score for real. Go Kurama. Cheeky little sneak attack. That should do it. We have elemental advantage against Shutan too. He's fire element. Taiyo is also in the anime, Yami. Yes. Taiyo is the canon option, quote unquote. Oh boy. There it is. The match gets cut short because Xanark is losing control of his power. That's how overpowered he is. Now, do they actually show what happens after the match too? Or after we, I guess, abandon the match? No, man. Ah, come on, man. They've really scrapped all the explosions from this game. Yeah, so Xanark literally just explodes when we abandon this match. He gets overwhelmed by his power. He screams a lot, very loudly. We get out of there just in time, and then he just explodes. But I guess, I don't know. They've scrapped all the explosions from this game. Partner? What does that mean? So far, this is the most elaborate they've been about post-match events, not gonna lie. Well, there he is. Ay, ay, ay. Omoshiroi. Oh. I forget they call them hyper-evolved children in the dub. Now that is Supporter X. A most mysterious figure. Of the two, Taiyo also feels the most like he could fit the midfielder role, which is what they were looking for. Yeah. Granted, both Taiyo and Hakuryu were forwards in their respective teams. But... wait, Shutan is no fire element at all. Brother, am I okay? He's wind. Intriguing. Okay. Yeah, but it's yeah. Both Taiyo and Hakuryu were forwards in their respective teams, so... but just from the way he feels, like, I agree that Taiyo fits better. I do like the fact that Hakuryu has the elements of having this rivalry with Tsurugi. Whereas Taiyo, you know, Taiyo has a budding friendship with Tenma, but who doesn't have a budding friendship with Tenma, so that's not really an interesting reason for him to be on any team. Okay, well, once again, I did not adapt my team to better fit this match, but that's okay. Go, do we sin? In the end, Taiyo does absolutely nothing in the anime, he's just there. What, you mean in Chrono Stones? Yeah, well, to say he does nothing is a bit of an overstatement, of course, but I do get where you're coming from. Especially when you look at the broader picture in Chrono Stones. Yeah, Taiyo is just another piece of the puzzle, you know. He's not one of the big three, obviously. And he also is not a Nepo baby because of his friendship with the MC, as opposed to a different character we all know. But he is essential, he is crucial, he is needed. And I lost that by 9 points. Damn, that sucks. Now I know how it feels when that happens to the enemy. Losing by a few points, that is. Anyway, this guy has the wall. That's not good. He doesn't do it, though. That's good. Very good. Yeah! That's 1-0. Now, let me actually make use of this. Let me change things up just a little bit. Let's see, Kisoji up here. One Gokuhi in here, though. And I want Van Fenny not in here. There we go. Okay. Does he even have dialogue outside of the one episode he gets to Miximax? He does. Yeah, absolutely. Not a whole lot, but he does, yeah. Though, admittedly, since he is, you know, just one of the two choices, he does take a bit of a back burner role. He is one of the less important characters in the team, which was probably done intentionally, if I had to venture a guess. Given that in the game, you can't choose between him and Hakuryu, so they probably didn't want to give him too much prominence, you know. They didn't want to make him too prominent. In favor of, I suppose, discouraging people to use Hakuryu instead. Since, oh, Taiyo did all this stuff in the anime, so surely he has to be good in the game. Like, he has to be canon in the game, too. I think that's probably something they wanted to avoid, but that's guesswork at best, so. 5 extra points, for real. Shutogo Seda. Keiki Soji, Ghost Guy. Right up in the corner. Beautiful aim. 2-0. Only reason I dislike Hakuryu for Chrono Stones is because he feels less like a cool returning character in Go Galaxy. Seeing you already used all of the Chrono Stones. Oh, since you used him during all of Chrono Stones. Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that. Like, in the context of, oh, hey, you know, he was an ally in the entirety of Chrono Stones, and I guess he doesn't return as an ally in Galaxy. Also, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, I pressed X, but you don't have to just kick it off the pitch. Hello? Are we good? Okay, so, I have him in a good position here. Ha ha ha! Stargazer! See? Because, like, if I put it all the way to the left here, it's not gonna matter, because he'll get there on time. Yeah. His jump was a lot bigger, if you'll notice. I think it's actually impossible to just score, to cheese a goalkeeper like that anymore. Xanark might have Fire Drill. Actually, I don't think he does in this game. But I'm not good at doing anything in this game, so... Let's see. Give me the ball, please. Yes. My goat, Kirako. That's why she's a fixture on this team. Now, ideally, I would have some tension for this, but I do not. So that kind of sucks. But that's fine, because I have Kisoji and I have Ozorok, and Ozorok will just kind of... Wapa! 1000 power. More than enough. Yeah, see, I don't mind the fact that Hakuryu is an enemy, but that's only in Galaxy, right? That he's an enemy in Galaxy. For a little bit. He's on the good side of history, just he's used as an enemy against Earth 11. I don't mind it too much. That's probably only because I played Wildfire, where you have Taiyo the entire game. I don't know if I would have felt the same way if Hakuryu would have been an ally for the entirety of Chrono Stones, right? Which is, I think, what you're trying to say, Nobunaga. Oh, so that's how it works. When I switch them out, I can't switch them back in during the match. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. I guess that makes sense now. Okay. Good. They put in Q and Toraru. Funny enough, he scored an anime-accurate goal versus Dazarm in the Ares route because he ran out of the goal so far. Nah, man, don't do him like that. Come on. They already meme too hard on him in Orion. And in Ares, to be completely honest. Go! Zanakuro! Oh my god, man. Go! I'm being counter-shot. Yikers. That's not great. I can't really do anything, but I can block it. Just about. Fucking A. Okay, don't do that again. Including that. What kind of fucking limp pass was that? Get over here, Q. Okay, I guess don't get over here then. Someone has to stop this guy though. He has a shot. He has Ogre Blade. I don't want to have that against me. I don't have tension. Go, Yagyu! See, now that's a good pass. Yagyu! With a sneaky strike. Yagyu again! Oh, he's here. And he's not getting out. Yep, that might go out. Doom. Sound of my head against the desk in a second. Yeah, I locked that in. Give me that. Reiruk! Huge! I swear to God, where are these guys going? Dude, Tsutomu, my absolute legend. Hello? I'm pressing X! Okay. Whatever, man. Don't care. I'll just do it now. Patrioto Shuto! Zanakuro. He was there. Why did he not chain? Why did he not move into the trajectory? I should actually ask. Oh well. Kind of wild that Nishikage's second move is already a 100 tension move, and we don't even have Orion yet. Yeah, it's also just kind of wild in itself that casting arm is 100 tension. Like, why is that necessary, you know? Why is that necessary? Casting arm really doesn't feel like that good of a move. Minaho. Okay. And Kuro. And Minko Fura. And Reiruk. And Taiyo. You know what? Good drops. Okay. So then that means we move on from China to the Meiji era of Japan. And we just play against Xanax Domain again. Not gonna lie. Yeah, so hey guys, we remember how the the first part of this route went, right? Yeah. So again, the Meiji era, there's not a whole lot that happens in the Meiji era on pitch, that is. There's only one match that you play in the Meiji era, and that is exactly this, against Xanax Domain. And we once again get the pick, but I've just locked it in. I'm just going to keep going with Wildfire, so I'm not even going to address it anymore by this point. So this is the era where we have the Shinsengumi in Soji Okita, who is on the left wing there on Xanax Domain, and we have Ryoma Sakamoto, who is our, I guess, right midfielder. So yeah, these two are constantly duking it out. My controller died. That is a fantastic moment for it to do that. At least I have a charger right here. So yeah, we have Okita Soji and Ryoma Sakamoto, who are, I think, at odds with one another. Not quite at war, but certainly at odds. At least Okita doesn't like Mr. Sakamoto that much. But yeah. Here we are. Kyoto, Japan, 1867. Oh shit. They even have the big cheese of Japan in here. Interesting. Allow me to introduce myself. Right. Now, Okita Soji, quite the heartthrob. He also suffers from tuberculosis, I believe, which is pretty fatal in this time period. So that sucks. But, you know, quite the heartthrob. Yeah, absolutely. The man who creates eras. What a poetic name. Yeah, we got Ryoma Sakamoto as a midfielder over Kageyama. Interesting. And we have Sakamoto's advisor, Mr. Nakaoka, as our coach. It's never Wondaba, by the way. Wondaba gets cocked every single time, without fail. And it keeps being funny every single time, without fail. Now, for the people who are a big fan of the Tsurugi family, this era was quite the treat. Also, it's interesting that it gives me a different button display now. It's like, it gives me like, I think Xbox colors or PlayStation. I'm still using my Switch controller, by the way, so I don't know what changed, but... What was he even supposed to do? Complete focus battles. Oh, interesting. My bad. Bro copied Arthur Morgan from the hit 2017 video game Red Dead Redemption. In what possible way? Having tuberculosis? Okay, that was not a focus battle, that's right. This will be, and I will lose this. And now we're gonna have a face-off between Sakamoto and Okita Soji. The flashback killed you, I know, Yami. I know. Luckily they won't have it in the Chronicle mode, but that was certainly the flashback of all time. Okay, nice. Sakamoto, kinda goated. He may be pretty solid at this game. Never played football before in his life, by the way, but he's got good balance, and apparently that's like the only thing you need to play good football in Inazuma 11, so... I play for victory. So with 20 minutes left in this first half, that means I can tell you all about the context for this match. So, the current era, where we are now, is a transitional era in Japan, where Japan is starting to open up more towards the Western world. You know, Japan has always had this rule of isolationism, especially during like the period anywhere between the 1500s to the 1800s. Now, towards the start of the 1900s, Ryoma Sakamoto appears. And Ryoma Sakamoto, I don't know exactly what he does. He probably also wasn't this fat in the original version, I want to say. But he wants to restore imperial rule. And what that means is he wants to take power away from the shoguns, who are making Japan divided in its decision-making. Now, the shogunate, of course, does not like that. Okita Soji and his fellows. So they are at odds with Ryoma Sakamoto. They try to assassinate him, in fact. There's a really fun scene in the Chrono Stones game. It's literally your first introduction to both of the characters, I think. Where it's a face-off between Okita and Sakamoto. And Sakamoto does the stupidest shit to avoid Okita slashing him with a katana right in front of a group of kids. At a certain point he trips. Sakamoto, he trips backwards. Okita sees his chance to strike. But then suddenly, Tsurugi saves the day. In the English dub he goes, "May I?" And then he just kicks the ball right up against Okita's katana. It's a very cool scene, actually. Again, I recommend everyone to watch the cutscenes from the Chrono Stones game because they add so much personality to these characters. You remember seeing isolationism in Civilization for a Japanese leader, Lucas? Well, it may well be the guy that's still in charge here in this period. I forget what his name is. But it's certainly possible. Then again, isolationism has been happening for a long time in Japan in the past, so... Can't guarantee whether it'll be this one. I feel like if they picked anyone from this time period, it'd probably be Ryoma Sakamoto. Edo period is still the best historical era in Japan, but this is a pretty nice second. I think as far as eras that I covered in this game are concerned, I agree, yeah. I definitely agree. I don't know much else about Japanese history, to be completely honest. I only know that my people, the Dutch, were the only people outside of Japan to be allowed inside Japan for quite a while, actually. We introduced a lot of concepts to Japan. We introduced the concept of tomboys to Japan, actually. Fun fact. How that works, don't ask me, but it's a fact. I saw a video once. I think Okita's dying of tuberculosis. This isn't about him, anyway. See, there's a pretty fun part about Chrono Stones as well. The fact that they have to convince everyone they meet that they came from the future as well. Like, how are you going to do that? They do it pretty smoothly. Yeah, we did bring tomboys to Japan. At least we brought the term to Japan, Lucas. Absolutely. So in a way, Lucas, we are responsible for one of the greatest things to ever bless anime, games, fiction, you name it. Imagine they do a flashback. No, that's tough. That is tough. But there we go. We got 2 Miximaxes in this match. This is one of the exceptions. Tsurugi gets to Miximax with Okita Soji. Also, I think we're stuck with like the PlayStation UI. I don't know why that happened, but that's fine. A bit more color never hurt anyone. Use whatever... This name in the dub is so fucked, by the way. Chrysanthemum Katana, or however the hell you pronounce that. Like, it's insane. Mixitrance! Okita! And there it is. Whoosh! Chikuichimonji! Ah, beautiful move. Again, none of these Miximax moves are misses. 0. By the way, we didn't get to do Shinsuke's Miximax move either. Interesting. Most curious. So we didn't get to do La Flamme, and we didn't get to do Song of the Three Kingdoms. Interesting. Okay, well, there's nothing we can do now. It's gonna take a regular ass shot. Shinsuke's me, yeah. Oh shit, he stopped something! No way! Oh boy. Right, the goat Nishiki! Musashi! Oh shit. Damn, okay. They just used that, huh? Ah, Nishiki is such an honorable goat, man. I love this guy so much. My controller is still vibrating, by the way. And here's our second Miximax of this match. Ryoma and Ryoma. The reasoning for Nishiki to want a Miximax with Ryoma Sakamoto was exactly that, by the way. They are both called Ryoma. That's it. That is it, by the way, but it just works. The setting of this match as well, by the way. The autumn trees, it's gorgeous. It's absolutely stunning. Mixitoranz! Sakamoto Ryoma! Yeah, baby! Oh, here we go. Kuroshio Rider! Perfect animation. They didn't even need to change anything about it. And the Miximax, of course. For being the absolute goat of this match, he gets both a Miximax and an armor fight. And now I just armor fight my way through here. And I do a cheeky little Den Rai Ho To. And that's it. That's a 4-0, by the way. I feel like we got scored on in this match at one point, but at the very least, we certainly didn't end up with a 4-0 score in the anime. I hate that it starts me off with Tsurugi as well. Like, why does it start me off on the left? But yeah, that's it for this match, I think. Now, maybe a little bit of context as well, because, you know, the animation for Nishiki saving Xanark was pretty awkward in this game too. But that's something that you see in the anime. Basically, what happens is they see that Xanark's Keshin, right, is tied up with chains. And that's why his power is overflowing, he can't control it. Because he doesn't have the capacity for it, his Keshin is limited. So what Nishiki does is, yeah, he uses his own Keshin to slice apart the chains to free Xanark's Keshin. And that way Xanark gets back in control again. And that's when an unlikely friendship was born between Nishiki and Xanark, or at least a mutual respect. But yeah, that's something you just don't get to see in this Chronicle mode, which, again, a little sad, because it adds so much. It adds so much, it really does. Damn. Who would have thought this beginner would lose against someone who actually knows how to play football? That's crazy. And again, it's these little character interactions that the Chronicle mode really... You know, it shirks them, unfortunately. But... yeah, it's just they've just chosen to focus only on the matches, which, you know, given how long the Chronicle mode already is, even just within Chrono Stones itself, right? I understand. I understand. I don't like it, but I understand. Okay, take a shot. Do I have a long shot, maybe? Doesn't look like I do. Let me just take a shot as Tsurugi then. Let me do a little Death Sword. It's been a while. If this takes place during Tokugawa's time, then it's pretty interesting how Chrono Stones covers all 3 unified periods of Japan in Nobunaga, Hideyoshi, and Tokugawa. That's true. We do have all 3 of them, and in fact, I believe... I believe it is Tokugawa, in fact, that is currently... That's the guy that was, like, with us in the cutscene just now, I think. What a delightful pass, by the way. Dude, I'm popping off. But yeah, I think it is Tokugawa. What's his full name? Tokugawa Ieyasu? Yeah. I think it is, in fact, him. So that is interesting, actually. Because, yeah, of course, we had Nobunaga, we had Hideyoshi Toyotomi, also known as Takichiro Kanashira. Granted, we didn't see him leading the actual country, but we saw him as a character. In Inazuma 11, at least, so... Yeah, very interesting, actually. Okay, but that's that. That is, in fact, the Meiji era. That is the Chronicle of Sakamoto Ryoma and Okita Soji. It's a pretty good one. It gets us some really cool moves, really cool characters. Okita Soji, I like him a lot, actually. And I like Sakamoto Ryoma too, in an entirely different way, of course, because they're such wholly different characters. But yeah. We finally officially win against Xanark's domain. Dude, I fucking love Niski, man. Unfortunately, as good as Xanark's intentions are, that is not happening quite yet. Goodbye. And he took Xanark with him as well. Aye. Eldorado. This is where we get first. This is our first introduction to Eldorado. Okay, and that's that. Now, in fact, we do not go to the future. We go the direct opposite direction in time, but that's for a little bit from now. First and foremost, we have to go up against Shuten again. So I'm gonna have to actually prepare for that this time, instead of just blatantly ignoring that. Good intro sound, man. Okay, so we've been through the motions 120 times. Yagyu up... No, not Yagyu up front. I said we've been through the motions 1,000 times. Lock in. Don't be silly. There we go. Okay. Free match. Against Xanark's Domain. For the last time. This is the last time we play against Xanark's Domain too. And hey, you gotta give them some credit because at least they have Okita Soji. Which means they ditched one guy. Because their bench is full. Okay, it's Zanakuro. I guess not. Oh, I hit the completely wrong button because the button inputs are different. That's so weird. Like, why? Okay, well, I guess that's just how it is. I hit B, but B on the PlayStation or Xbox is just a completely different button. You can get what? You can get a pre-Mixi Max Xanark from this match as a drop, really? Huh. What, like Soul Xanark? Or... I mean, I imagine so. That's the only one we've seen by this point. That's cool. A didn't know he was a separate, like, player. Oh boy. I didn't press anything and I still won? Love that for me. Go, Kisoji, run! Sneak attack! No one's getting that. Okay, 920. Soul Zanark? Oh, huge. I love that, actually. Mr. Soji. Soji? Wait, Kisoji? Soji? It all makes sense. It all makes sense. No, she's gonna block it. No, she's gonna atomic. Never mind. That's actually a goal. Gokuhi, my goat. Goat Kuhi. Mission completo. Bata also got her special evil form as a drop in one of the earlier matches. Yeah, like her coach form, right? When she's Bat Noir, I suppose, with the white deer. I tried to get her in that match. It did not work out, but you know what, let me just get this guy. Got his ass. Okay, now I can do the G gene. Geek. And aside from that, there's not much I can do. I'll just play it to Ozarok. What a pass. Right through that castle wall, too. 1000 power. So one good shot with Zanakuro will get us there. That's not ideal. Also has special player voice. Really? A special player version, I guess you mean. Interesting. Interesting. So, ooh. I guess would that be like the where they disguise themselves as Inazuma Japan, that match? I would have to imagine that's where you could get her, right? That's where you first see her like that, but yeah, I know the one. I know where she gets serious. She gets very sadistic, as it were. Switches off her cutesy persona. I don't know what this defender's doing, by the way. He's been shuffling his way over to somewhere. 1420. Yeah, like I said, one good shot will do it. 2-0. Ironic to be scoring with Zanakuro against Zanark's domain. Though then again, two completely different characters, so maybe it's not that weird, actually. I already ran out of my mixing max on this guy, too. That's crazy. All that shuffling, she did not budge an inch. Hello? I'm not doing jack shit with this guy, actually. Back to Kisoji. And then, you're not gonna believe this. I'm just gonna take a pot shot, actually. Might as well. Not sure if Soso drops from this match or in the last chapter match. You got it in one of the two. Okay. I'm not really bothered about getting Soso anytime soon. But it would be good to know where he drops. I have to imagine he drops from... He has to drop from the Tsuga Liang match, right? Like, feasibly, there's no other way? That's the only period he shows up in, I think. Oh, brother. Is that still enough? It is. Okay. Advantage time, at the very least. No, but I have to imagine that if you get Soso anyway, it's surely the match that you play in his time period, right? Which would be the one on top of Zhuge Liang's tower. Also, is this not a season 3 like theme? Does this not play during the Brazil match? I feel like it does. When they have so many bangers in the Chrono Stones soundtrack, why would they feel the need to revert back to this one? It happens every session, guaranteed. There is one save. per session. Ai wo komete. This is definitely a Season 3 theme. Yeah. Go on. Oh, I can't win that. I can roar as loud as I want. I'm not winning that. I'm winning that! Yeah! Man. Tough. You hate to see that. You hate to see an honest attempt at a dribble fail like that. That's crazy. They just don't want to see me win. Oh yeah, they pulled out the... This is absolutely Season 3. I would recognize that anyway. Xenarch's Soul form is exclusive to the last chapter? Yikes. Also, how did he instantly trigger that? Hello? Pawai, go! Pawai, go! Yes! Thank you, Pawai. Fuck nah. That's not fair. That is so... He still has the ball? Hello? I killed him with my castle wall. What happened? Tell me he blocks. Okay, thank you, Kinako. Appreciate that, but like, what the fuck? Bounce over? Nope. Kill him from the back? Yep. Kill little guy? Boom? Yep. Okay, 6th. Yeah, well, it doesn't really matter if we score anymore by this point, to be completely honest, but... I don't even have any shred of tension left. Okay, Gokuhi, thank you for having massive range like that. A little bit of tension. A little bit of a Patriot shot. I wish he voiced this, man. I wish he got more. Both Bata forms are in every match that Bata is in? Oh, interesting. That's good to know. I wish I could ever, you know, get characters that I want from the actual matches. Characters that I don't have yet, that is. Go, Kisoji. Maybe I can get another cheeky go in. Hold on. She doesn't castle wall. Oh, this could be it. Yep. Made it to 4-0 in the end. Okay, nice. That's a satisfactory end to this match, actually. That's nice. Siai Shuryo! Solid. Solid performance. Thank you, Nishikage, for blocking that one shot. Thank you, Pawai, for your valiant sacrifice. I don't know how that happened still. Another fantastic interaction in this game. Okay. Now, who are we dropping? Minaho, Reiruk, Senno. Okay. Not terrible. These are good merges. Need more Reiruks after all. Need to get him further up. I don't think there's a hero Reiruk, is there? Next match is Perfect Cascade, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yes, it in fact is. Okay, Perfect Cascade. In fact, I think it's Perfect Cascade, Perfect Cascade, Perfect Cascade. No, that's not true. This is not Perfect Cascade, because this is Perfect Cascade. And this is the Knights of the Round Table. Yeah, you get 4 really original matches, I know. But at least one of them is going to be a little different. I'm certainly not going to do all of them tonight. I don't think I can. I can do 2 at most, I think. Given I have to do a Chronicle battle and a Root Unlock battle. But, yeah, unfortunately, this is going to be another case of, hey guys, who wants some Protocol Omega? So, it may have been a little bit hasty when I said that we're getting into more interesting theory, or more interesting territory here, but at the very least, we're getting to see these historical characters, which I think adds a lot, actually, personally. It's still making me choose. Brother, just give me this by default. Like, I'm always going with this. There he is. There he is. Reiruk, a new assassin. Wow. Okay. Let's go. And we have Pa as our coach. Literally anyone before fucking Wondaba, by the way. Also, let me just... I'm gonna try to... like, restart my controller, because, like, I don't really like the PlayStation layout, and it's gonna give me... it's gonna give me different inputs, too. Like, let's see if this thing connects now. See, it still gives me... why is it still giving me PlayStation? Like, are we good? Okay, well, I guess there's nothing else for it. I will just lose the scrambles if I have to. Alas, it is what it is. But yeah, we're not going into the future. We're going all the way back in time to the Cretaceous period. There he is. And there's the rest of them. You know what? I'm a little sad that we don't play against like a full dinosaur team. Because you do play a football battle against actual dinosaurs in the 3DS game. I could change it in the options? Oh, okay. I'll have to try that later then. Yokai. Okay, yeah, this match we're losing, by the way. Actually, the next two matches we're losing. It's only once we get to the next era that we actually are able to defeat Perfect Cascade. So that's going to be a while. That's most likely going to be next stream, this Thursday. Next Thursday we have a real shot to actually finish this route, not gonna lie. And then we get to the proper DLC content. But yeah, these guys, and the dub, I believe they are all just... they're named after letters, I think. Yeah, letters and numbers, I think. Because Reiruk, in the dub, he's called RX. And then they have a bunch of stuff like that. Ooh, Burning Phase? Yeah. Very optimistic music for a match that we are so convincingly going to lose. Complete a focus battle, let's see, against Blue. Just get past me. I already know the outcome of this match, and it's not going to be pretty. We have Torb, though. We have Torb. Torb's a funny little guy. Can't even put up a castle wall. Oh, there we go. This doesn't matter, though, so I'm not going to do that. Now, Shinsuke, in true Shinsuke fashion, cannot stop jack shit to save his life. Who would have thought being away further from the goal would make your save weaker? He's so straightforward about it. Like, he's not beating around the bush. He's just saying what matters are. I like that they turn into unmasked version when you use the new hyper moves. Yeah, I mean, that's what we tested out last stream, right? Whether that was actually what would happen. I guess we're going to also see that in the next match, I believe. Complete an offensive focus battle. Okay, Taiyo, it's your turn. To shine against Dai. Which you will lose. And in fact, they will do Sokyu Seidan, I think. Also, this guy's back, but he doesn't have to wear an Unga Bunga outfit like the rest of us. Do it. Shoot Commando 20. No! Did they not do it yet in this match? That's quite possible, actually. I can mix and max with Ryude. Can I do Song of the Three Kingdoms? I can. Can I block this? Hell nah. No, but it is cool, even when it fails. But yeah, this is practically the end of the match. They're just gonna score a bunch more times. Pa! Dude, he has a good sprite in this game, hello? Hyper energy fully restored. Torb learned Jag Warrior. Now Jag Warrior, it's 11-0 by the way. The Jag Warrior is Torb's Cashin. Jagawalker. Now I can win this, actually, I think. Actually, never mind, I can't win this. I just remembered we don't actually win anything, even with Torb's Cashin. 18-0, by the way, while we weren't looking. 18-0 has happened. I am already mixing max. This, what the fuck, man? What is even happening? What are we even doing? You are not. We just did this. This is the definition of stupidity. Doing the same thing again and hoping for different results. Yikes. 19-0. And yeah, in fact, what this means, or at least what they show in the anime what this means, is that Raymond has to subject themselves to mind erasure. They have to forget that football ever existed. However, I think they get saved by some Deus Ex Machina type shit. Oh shit, hey look. If I didn't have him before, I would have him now, which is awesome. Keep getting high on me as well, hate that. Absolutely hate that. Oh, here we go. Oh, they just warp away. Okay. We are not going to beat them next time, Torb. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, I just remember that the events I just spoke of is only after the next match. Not gonna lie. Just remembered. But hey, this one was nice and fast. We lost 19-0, but hey, it was pretty good. Pretty good match, overall. Okay, and now we get to play for real. Now let's see if we can coax these guys into doing some of their special Hisatsu, because the Hisatsu from this team, I adore every single one of them. Sokyu Seidan, Mue Soha, Acrobatics, and I think it's like Crescent Cross, I think is what the goalkeeper move is called. Yeah, but let's see. The goalkeeper on the opposing team is, I believe he's fire. This may bite me in the ass, but we're gonna see how it works out. Reiruk in the middle. Reiruk versus Reiruk. Which one will win? Alright. Is he fire? He's wood. Okay, that's fine. So it's neutral. His goalkeeper move is void. Void element. So it doesn't really matter whether we have earth forwards or not. I also, in fact, did not change my settings. Oh, acrobatics! Do I win this? Probably not, right? No. Yeah, okay. He voices the defense commando part, but they don't actually voice the move name, or there's not the disembodied voice. Okay. 20. Sokyu Seidan. Nice. Acrobatics being in this game is fantastic, though. I love that. They all kind of have the same voice as well. It's just this emotionless, but it works very well because that's what they are. They're cyborgs. They're not supposed to have emotions. Okay, actually, if I kept in full peen, that would have been a lot more favorable for me. Not gonna lie. Solideryx, let's go, man. Score against your own goalkeeper. Interesting. Keeper Commando 00. Gotto Hando. I guess. I don't know why they gave him that, but... maybe Crescent Cross is too much tension for him to use at that point? Not sure. Not sure how the AI even treats tension. Like, sometimes it feels like they have an infinite amount, and sometimes it feels like they have none. Just blasting through these robots is kind of funny, actually. I like it a lot. Man! It was a perfectly clean tackle, too. That's the worst part. Ui, is he gonna... he's not stancing up to do a Hisatsu. Okay, so I can just grab this. Keeper. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay, I figured it out. Figured out how to pass as the goalkeeper, finally. Okay. Man, how do I... also, I'm listening to all these voice lines, and it's very possible that the one guy just voiced everyone on this team. I'm not gonna lie. The one new guy who now voices Solideryx. You know what? Burning Overdrive. We're gonna lock the fuck in. Can chain Solideryx? Hold on. He may just be the savior against his own team. Go no sin. Because I need to get to scoring ASAP. Oh, we would have been totally fine even if we burst through that wall, not gonna lie. And he just does God Hand again. Why does he do this? Duh. Exactly. And now, my most infamous strategy. Three-pronged attack. With Awakened Sakurazaki. Hey, Solideryx. Hey, man. Ooh, I did not... ooh, okay, that's fine. You know what? Sakurazaki is just too good with it. Nyum. Fucking hell, bro. 891? Just clean? Nothing to add to that? Okay, that's fine. Ooh, I do not have anything. Will a direct pass be good enough? Probably. If he doesn't do a wall. If he doesn't do a move, that's not enough. Oh, I need one more. Need one more, ideally. I don't have fucking stamina. It's over. Please, K, be gentle. Give me that now. Give. Give faster. Holy fuck, I'm here. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Not gonna lie. No. Yikes, we have to play a full second half. That's insane. Okay, well, that's tough. Second half we're gonna get their asses for sure, though. Because now I know that this guy's fire. No, he's wood, so I can get his ass with fire. Okay, they took out Eel. They took out Eel. Awesome. One chance at life, my creator calls me Eel. This is the shit I'm being held back by the way. Like, why is that considered a foul? That was on the ball. Anyway, 3-0 incoming. Nah, it's okay. We have so much time. I'm not gonna spend all of this trying to score goals. He has Hunter's Net. Okay. We're on the front lines here, by the way. Why do you have Hunter's Net? And now... Oh, I breached. Oh, huge. Dude. Suits my fucking goated with the sauce? Hello? But yeah, he did Crescent Cross. The voice doesn't move it. The voice doesn't move it. That's a great sentence. The disembodied voice does in fact not, well, voice, I guess, the move. Then again, I think he... Did they do it in the anime? I feel like they did. But yeah, Keeper Commando 16. Where am I going, by the way? Is anyone here? Oh, okay. Wolfine is here. Hanome. Look at it this way, Fates. You got 2 more Perfect Cascades matches to beat them within 1 half. Real. Nobunaga, that is such a good way to rationalize things. I appreciate that, man. Wormhole too, dude. He's got the entire arsenal. He's got Gold Hand, Keeper Commando 16, and he's got Wormhole. I don't know why he reasonably needs Wormhole or Gold Hand, but... Hey man, like, I'm gonna need you to not do that, actually. Like, I'm gonna need you to... Yeah, there you go. You know what? Also, positive thing. Once we beat Perfect Cascade, definitively, I can have a look at whether they have Mue Soha in the shop. No one tell me, by the way. I want to find out by myself. Anyway, he has the mist. I guess. Get your ass over here. Get Ichio-Jod. Stop right there. Ichio-Jo! Ah. Flamingo! Holy shit. Okay, and this will be the 4-0. So we would have made it in a quarter of a match. We would have made it. That gives us plenty of time to faff about, I suppose, to just do absolutely jack squat that's productive in this match and just kind of run around being stupid. Love that. Gotta have some time for that sometimes too. And I guess this is to compensate for the fact that the actual Chronicle match was just, you know, literally 2 minutes. 2 minutes of gameplay. So, let's see. Hey Nishikage, how good are you at dribbling? You know what? Imagine? Fuck yes! Okay, let's go Nishikage. Let's go, lock in. Oh, we're going up there. Dude, I'm up here. Hello. No! Don't. No, brother, I was so far up there in Nishikage. Come on. Ah, okay. Simo. They took out Leyduk! No, they took out my goat. What the fuck? Good thing I still have him. Go, Wolfman. Whoa, let me just... Roar. And now we do a little low drive. Do they have their dribble? You know what? I should test that, actually. Let's see. Oh, okay, well, don't do that, man. Let's see. Do they? Well, Eel certainly doesn't. From the look of it. Let's see. Give them one more try. I'm gonna slap a big fat no on that for now. But... they may still surprise me. Let's see. Eel? Nope. He went into the zone immediately. Okay. Sakurazaki, get his ass? Exactly. Did he say ouch? I'm going out of the field. Oh, Sakurazaki's weaving. And that's it. Oh well. That was the first match against Perfect Cascade. 2 more to go. One of which follows immediately after, so I guess we have a second shot at actually winning this match. I would have also explained what leads up to this, but it's not much more than just, hey, Gamma ended up sucking ass and being, you know, mind controlled by Xanark. They didn't really like that at El Dorado, so they sent their best team. They sent their actual assassins, you know, in perfect cascade. And there is a little bit of a storyline going on here with Torb and such. Torb, who has actually come from the future, you know, he was sent back in time for one reason or another, and he ended up all the way in this period, in the dinosaur period. And he's been living here ever since. Brother, yeah. Team Wildfire all the way. Okay, exact same team, exact same match, with a few caveats. Kinako getting actual dialogue, love to see that. Yeah, Kinako gets a Kashin, which happened off the pitch, so we also don't get to see that. But we'll probably get to see it during the match. I have to imagine it's a plot point. Dude, Niskivik stanced up? Nah, he's ready. He's ready to throw hands. Oh, the tragic irony of my knowledge of this match. Yikes, bro. Yikes. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we are not winning this, fellas. We are not winning this. Anyway, we have Amaterasu now on Kinako. And we still have the same stuff on everyone else. Unfortunately, we have fielded Hayami over Karia. In what possible universe that is viable, I do not dare say. But hey. Whatever, bro. This is a game choice. I'm not gonna... Oh, infinite time. Oh, look at that. So they can do it for this match, but not for a match like, say, Fire Dragon? I don't know. Yeah, I'm losing this one, guaranteed. Reruk, oh boy. And there it is. Now they pull out their plasma shadows. And everyone's terrified. What the fuck is that? That's because it's not a Kashin. It's an artificially created Kashin. Plasma Shadow... Yeah, it's fucking artificially modified. That's what it is. That's why it's called man-made beast or man-made monster. But yeah, Shitsuke is not blocking this, so yikes. Yeah, sucks to suck. And another stinker. It's going to be another pretty short match. However, there is one more Miximax that we are supposed to get in this match. Actually, there's two. There is two Miximaxes that I believe we get during this match. We should, because this is the last match of this era, so... Okay, that'll be one focus battle. Oh, he has acrobatics, so I'm losing this. Yep. 14. You are not Faye. She knows. Trust Kinako. Passes suru. This is so nice to listen to. It's just Murada. Passes suru. That is not a focus battle, Faye. What the fuck are you doing? Lock in. At least they give me infinite time to pass the Faye, I guess. Does this count as a focus battle? It does not. Okay. Tough. Big! They're showing Big! Oh shit, there he is. So yeah, Faye started bonding with an actual dinosaur. Lightspeed Knight, Sir Ravi. How does she know? Guys, how does she know? Seems like she just knows everything about Faye. What? How is that possible? She's so base though, she's so real for that. One more focus battle, come on then. I'm gonna lose this one again, aren't I? Huge! Turnabout! Skywalker! And now... No, I have to use Armor 5. Fudge. Dude, I love the move that he has when he's not Armor 5 though, that's the thing. But now I can do Kira Rabito! Or Extreme Rabbit. Extreme Rabbit, sorry. My bad. It's not quite killer, it's extreme. Ki Pakomando 16. Which they do not voice. I don't even know what it's called. Only know it's called Crescent Cross in English. Thank you, Kinako, for being the absolute goat. And now we got Bata's theme. We got a banger. Here's our first Mixie match. Torb and Pa. It's just Pa, 2 letters. There he is. Do I have to use Pterodactyl Swoop? No. Use Mix and Match and win a focus battle as Torb. Okay, well. I don't have to use Pterodactyl Swoop, so little unfortunate. But I can do Acrobat to keep, that's fine. He voices it too. Well, I suppose he did in Strikers, so that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah, like I said, Deus Ex Machina, but like... Really? Interesting. I feel like we missed a little bit of a Mixie-Max in this match, but I think we missed Faye Mixie-Maxing with Big, but... Because he's supposed to. I got Ba! Oh my god, this is just a fucking chicken, bro. I just got a chicken. And he's a coach, too. That's awesome. You know what? Love that. Love that for me. Okay, well, again, a very snappy, perfect cascade match. Top. Oh no! There he is! He always appears when you least expect it. Yeah, but the big Mixie Max is just not a real thing that exists, unfortunately. Dude, Tanma, get real. We need this guy. And that's it. Okay, that is just the entire perfect cascade fucking arc in this period, at least, the Cretaceous period. We have to do one more unlock match. Level 69. Nice. Okay. one more shot tonight to complete this one in one half. So I'm going to try my best. I now know his wood element, which I feel like I should have probably known before, but that's okay. So you're going in the middle. Haha. Hey, this would be pretty funny. I feel like I am going to do that, actually. And I do not have a shot on him. I don't have a shot on him. So that's a little awkward. However, I will just... boom. That's good. Yeah, okay. And then I could just put in Sakurazaki. Yeah, there's no harm putting in Sakurazaki. Okay. There we go. We are a bit better prepared. There we go. For this match now. So let's see. I still think advantage victory is going to be pretty tough. Very tight. But I'm going to try to be sure. Get a bit of tension here from Emmy. He has Wonder Trap. And I lose, in fact, to Wonder Trap. Interesting moveset. Let me try that again. Mr. Blue. There. Snow Globe. I love snow globes. Beautiful pass. Now what? Need to get this to the middle, ideally. To Vulpine. Yep. They're putting up the walls. Not in good positions for them. Actually, you know what? I can just yap a bit about the happenings of this era, which there's not a lot, but there's a few. 16. So, basically what happens in this period is, yeah, first and foremost, of course, we find Torb. Like I said, Torb has been brought here from the future, possibly to protect him from everything that happens in the future, possibly to interrupt the time flow in some way. I forget what the actual plot point is. But we find Torb, and yeah, we find out that he's been raised by an actual dinosaur. By a Quetzalcoatlus, in fact. Also called Pa, who ends up being our coach instead of Wonderbolt, because everyone instead of Wonderbolt, am I right? However, as we move through the dinosaur period, we equate ourselves with a second dinosaur that is going to help us grow stronger. And that is, in the first instance, a dinosaur called Rockstar. And Rockstar is Big's mom. Rockstar is also the leader of the Big Beast Valley. However, her reign has been contested by a belligerent Triceratops, of which I forget the name. But he's kind of a bitch about it, you know? In the end, Rockstar and this bitchy Triceratops, they end up fighting. Right in front of Big. Now, Big tries to help his mother out, of course, in the fight. But Big is about to be absolutely curb-stomped by this Triceratops. And Rockstar throws herself into the fight, fatally injuring herself to protect her son. Which, one, makes Big the new leader of the Big Beast Valley. But two, it also leaves Big all by himself. And it is possibly the only time that I have felt bad for a dinosaur in any piece of fiction ever. But yeah, Faye and Big connect over not having any parents. And we get to learn a bit about Faye's backstory, you know. During the match, something that Kinako mentions as well is like, why are you not using your Cashin? And Faye says, well, I hate my Cashin. Because his Cashin, Sir Rabbi, is based off a plush toy that Faye got from his father. Seemingly as recompense for his father just completely leaving him on his lonesome. Now in reality, of course, the plot runs a bit deeper than that, but that's how Faye sees it. So given that he has such bad memories of that plush doll, that extends to his Cashin too, and he doesn't want to use it. But Kinako's encouragement makes it so that he does want to use it. Got a nice robot, let's go. I got blue Lex. Blue Lexus. Yeah, we also get to learn that Kinako knows a lot more about Faye than she lets on. I wonder why that is. I couldn't possibly guess. Yeah, but yeah, it's just a lot of Faye backstory. In the end, Faye ends up mixy-maxing with Big. Partly because they have so much in common, mainly the having no parents part. And yeah, I think that's about it. Actually, in the anime, I think Big even, like, kind of summons a Cashin of his own in the form of his late mother. Which is decently interesting as well. There's a lot that happens. It's not anything involving any human characters, though, so I have to imagine it was pretty difficult for the developers to implement that. Well, they weren't even willing to do it in the first place, I don't think. Now, since Reduk has unfortunately pulled out Plasma Shadow, I will not be winning this with an advantage victory. Unless I lock the fuck in. I don't think that's happening, actually. I can't. No, it's over. Yeah, Faye and no parents. Nobunaga, exactly. That is... it is a point of contention, in fact, even within the original storyline of Chrono Stones, and we'll get to that soon. We'll get to it soon enough. Yeah, Vinny, you're also kind of right that the whole Cashin plotline with Faye and such is resolved and brought up in the same episode, arguably in a manner that's much too rushed. I will agree with you on that. And I will also lament the fact that Faye actually doesn't just use his Cashin proper. He only armorifies it, I think. While the Cashin proper has a really cool move, I think. And I would love to show it off, but I don't think I'll be able to yet. I might be able to do it in a future match. Let's see, is this... that's why? I won that. Damn, okay. 1 of 37, that's awesome. Lose that though, so immediately biff it. That's awesome. Minaho, go on. Let me do Trace Press. It's such a fun move, man. Ikasenai! Go Kinako. We're kinda a little ahead on the story happenings here, but that's okay. Go Kinako! It should do more than half. Actually. Crescento Cross. That's close to half. I'm not shooting with Goku here. With Sakurazaki, though. 1000 power? That should be it. That is 4-0. So we're getting better and better with every match we play against these guys. Next time, advantage win for sure. Damn, bro. Okay, I just stood there. Like, sorry that you get blown away by Kinako's massive aura, but it's not my problem. We spent 90% of this series facing the same teams over and over again, yet spent 1 episode max for each character development. Yeah, I mean, that's... I can't really deny that. It is, especially with what's like, you know, face caching. The impression that it is rushed it's very blatant, right? And that's because that's just true. Also, 777! But it's also, you have to acknowledge the fact as well that they practically have to establish a new team. Almost fully. With the exception of 4 or 5 characters, I think. And that's quite a lot to do. You see it with Galaxy as well, where the character is, you know, the character development is, it's a little messy, because it has to happen decently quickly for a lot of characters. while also trying to present this, you know, enticing story that wraps around it all, you know? With actual characters, evil guys, villains that are relatable in some sense, that are sympathetic even to a degree maybe. It's just a lot of balls they have to juggle at the same time, so... I don't particularly ever mind it when the plot points happen quickly like that. But anyway, we get now to what is possibly my favorite era in the Chrono Stones season, which is the story of King Arthur. Now, we are not going to play this match tonight. We're not going to play this match tonight. We shall leave this for next time. And in fact, if I have a quick gander at how far we've come. So we started here at Imagawa's Ire. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 matches. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. 6 left until we get to the DLC. And that means that we can certainly get to the DLC next stream. Now, I'm not entirely done. I want to, first and foremost, change my settings. Let's see. I am playing... that is B. Okay, well... Let's see. Where do I set this? Change confirmation button. Button icon type. Oh, I see. It was this one. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay, good. Save that. Yep, so we did that. And then I want to play a match with a team that is not the B team, not gonna lie. I am gonna play one... I think I'm gonna play one hero battle. Against whom is the question. Actually, I want the Inazuma Japan kit, so... Who do I play to get the Inazuma Japan kit? Oh, I probably have to play against these guys, don't I? Okay, so that's not gonna happen. Who else has a good kit? Let's see. I like... Well, I haven't played against these guys for rare drop yet, so it's kind of tough. Let's see, where's the rest? Have I done everything for Season 2 yet? Where is Season 2? Oh, not quite. I could do Dark Emperors. I could do... Well, these guys are kind of boring. Chaos! Nah, let me do Dark Emperors. You know, since we got Handa from the Dark Emperors so easily, we'll do this one. And then I will use the main team, of course. Graduation match? Yeah, makes sense that the graduation match would give you the Inazuma Japan kit. I'll have to do the rare drop battle for that first, then. I'm seeing an appeal for England, too. Can I do England? Have I done England on rare drop yet? I have. It's 3 levels below the Dark Emperors. You know what? You know what, Nobunaga? You've been chill tonight. Let's do this one. Sure. Alright. Hero battle against the Queen's Knights. That is the last match that we will play tonight. We'll do a little bit of more Gamba after this. And then that's going to be it for the stream tonight. Okay. Main team, I really didn't change much, I don't think. I gave 1 or 2 things to Ayano. I gave him Mistral. Unfortunately, he doesn't voice it. I would have hoped he voiced it, given, you know, he's one of the only guys that has it in the original DS game. And I upgraded Mugen no Kabe, of course. But aside from that, not much has changed. Hiroto Kira has been upgraded a few steps, so that's good. But that's really all. So let's see what we can do in this match. Mr. Edgar Partinas. Or Valtinas, I suppose. Okay. Now, Mr. Freddie Mercury in the goal. He's called Freddie McQueen, but I like calling him Freddie Mercury. I forget what type he is. I think he's Earth. But I guess we're going to find out the hard way. Hey, Peter. What's going on? Peter Parker. There we go. That's a good pass. Dude, I'm getting the hang of this. Hold on. Oh yeah. Explosion! I miss this. I miss this guy. Okay. He is fire. Okay, fair enough. So that's kind of tough. However, both of his moves are wood, I believe. They have absolute knights. Enemy move speed minus 10%. Okay. That's fine, I think. Let me see. So, actually, that kind of sucks because all of my forwards are wood. All three of my forwards are wood elements. Yikes. I guess I'll just have to switch. 2100 though. Am I even worried about anything here? Full power shield, do. Could not care less, frankly. Could not care less. Yatta suge yaore. Is there anything I can do though? Could put in Sakurazaki, potentially. But I don't really want to, and like, we're overpowering these guys anyway, so... Might as well just keep it like this. Yeah, Kira is such a little shit, I love that. Okay. Okay, bro. Tell me that I really lost 2 passes consecutively. Yeah, Absolute Knights has finished. Bait out the wall, yep. Oh, well, okay. There we go. That was all part of the plan, of course. Because Kusaka has elemental advantage against the goalkeeper. This guy has Spitting Cut, though, which I don't love. So, Mr. Freddie Mercury, I do have double elemental advantage. But yeah, with like 300 power, that's not going to do a whole lot. In fact, he only took 70 damage. You hate to see that. Okay, this might be a little tougher than I anticipated. Purely for the fact that I can't accumulate tension. And I continue to not be able to accumulate tension. Morimura, though, she's gonna do it for us. She's definitely not gonna do it, though. Unless I do that, yeah. Hey! The noises she makes, man, I swear. Gary! What's up, Gary? Okay, good pass. Good shit. Hello? Pass to Ryugel. Scream of Heaven! Can't do anything to chain this. I'll get the shortest angle, I guess. It should be enough. In fact, it is enough. That's 2-0, but I think we're like 20 minutes deep, so... Pacing could be a bit batty. You should give Ryu, say, Blade to someone on your team to be able to do Cosmic Blasting. See, I like that you tell me that. I have not gotten to any of the overrides yet. Also, what the fuck, man. So I believe you, but I don't think I'm gonna do that until I get to Ares. What a fantastic interaction again. And now we're up against Mr. Edge Ripper himself. Okay. Well, actually, I think I retract my statements about not using overrides until I get to Ares, because that's going to take a while. I'll consider it. I could give someone to use a Blade. That shouldn't be too difficult. Why does Brother unironically have a full moveset, by the way? Why does he have Black Hole? Are we even gonna get to 3-0 by this point? Muteki no Yari to... Oh, brother. Well, that sucks. No, poor Gandares. Let's see. To Hoshi. I was supposed to go to Hoshi, not gonna lie. Go make it. No! 2-0. Fuck. I was inches away from the focus zone. God damn it. Okay. England putting up more of a fight than they're supposed to. This is maybe due to my hubris. Potentially. I'm not gonna say it is. Not definitively. No, they put in Nick. No, it's over. So over. Philip. Hey man, you gonna do something or? Okay. I like that they do the same jingle for this Grandpa's Notebook item as they do for Legendary Heroes. And it just doesn't fit at all because I get that notebook so often. It doesn't feel genuine anymore by this point. Stone Wall's an override move as well, with the wall in God Hand. Oh. Interesting. Oh, now he does Galatine. Okay. I see you, mate. I see you. You fucking wanker. Why the hell did you pull it out now? Why do you have Scorching Tackle? That's ridiculous. Exactly. Wallop his ass. Go, Kira, my boy. Do a little cheeky curve shot. Splendiferous. How is this guy, unironically though, how is this guy able to conjure up a black hole? Like, why is this random guy from fucking Sutton, England or some shit? How is he supposed to conjure a black hole? Hello, Mr. Edge Ripper. Fantastic name that he has, by the way. I need them to bring in Serious Pounding. Where is Serious Pounding? And of course he just barely blocks me. This is Paul Appleton. And I missed. That's awesome. Eric. I'm tired of your shit, man. I don't care about your spinning cut. Rokuroribito! Gary with Stone Prison. Yeah, that's okay, Gary. Pull out your Stone Prison, bro. Okay, well, finally. We don't care, bro. Just let it through. We don't care that you have a full moveset. Fucking Galatine, Black Hole, full power shield, and safety protect. Like, hello? This is what we wanted. You know what? Fuck you. Yeah, exactly. Guys, kill these people. Beautiful. What a nice tactic. What a 1214. Nice. At full power too. The goalkeeper's able to learn Black Hole because England left a black hole in the English lives after Brexit. What a crazy comment, bro. I'm glad they've acknowledged it, but fuck ass Brexit, bro. Brexit happening right as I wanted to go study in Northern Ireland. It's incredible. Like, what timing? Had to cough up like 3,000 or 4,000 euros a semester to study there. Yeah, I'm sorry, I do not have money growing on my tree in the backyard, you know. We don't have a money tree, as we say in Dutch. Anyway. I'm kind of over Mr. Freddie Mercury. Let me get his ass. One more time. Good. Okay. 4-0. Armadillo Circus is an override? Really? Super Armadillo and Tamanori Piero? That's so weird. I guess I understand, but it's so strange. Daijobu na. They always go to the left. Kita! And that's it. Okay. 4-0 against the Knights of Queen. And that's it for the gameplay for tonight, I think. How far do we level up here? A little bit. 2 levels for Midori. Okay, not too shabby. And we got the emblem. We got the emblem for the Queen's Knights. Oh, I forget that it's the emblem you get for the hero battle. Right. The kit. I could have just gotten Inazuma Nationals kit. Incredible. Well, you have to go watch real-life football, Vinny? That's perfectly fine, man. Thank you so much for joining in. Have a good one. Good luck with the game. Okay, but yeah, that's gonna be it. Well, we're gonna do a bit more Gamba, but after that, that's gonna be it. So let's see. Player universe. How many Bond Stars are we back up to? 38. Okay. So, that means, I think, that we can certainly finish this constellation. We could try some more for Kartsen, for card 2. And then I want to spend some more on Theta, I think. So we have to go back to Bujarus. But that is then going to be the final stop for tonight's stream. Now we're not having much luck with Mr. Kartsen here. We are getting like these heroes, which I liked back in the day. I liked all these hero guys. And we got Mark Kruger, actually. So I think that means we have Keats and Kruger. And I should have an Ichinose lying around somewhere, so I could do a Cannon Granfenrir. But yeah, of course, it's Kartsen I'm looking for, especially since they added all the card moves to the game now, so... Okay, well, yeah, no, he's just very adamant about not showing up, actually, which is kind of unfortunate. One more pity pool, and then we're gonna do 40 pools for Theta, I think. Gonna see if he's a bit nicer to us tonight. And history continues, history repeats itself. No hero from the pity pool. No Kartsen. Yikes. But we got Sky 4. I remember her, I think. She's from Go, I think, one of the scout cages. This guy's okay. I like this guy's design. And we got Boomer. Boomer is always funny to get. Okay, no Kartsen. Corvus Kartsen continues to elude us. Will Theta be more gentle to us? Let's see. Let's see. I'm willing to spend it all right here. And in fact, I will spend it all right here. Not quite. We got this cat guy, which I certainly remember from the first game. The very first game. Miyasaka. And Gamma. I think I had Gamma already, but still very much appreciated. All we need is one copy of Theta. Just one. That's all. Just one common copy will be just fine. Okay, got Borboleta. And, oh, actually, you know what? This is one of the young veterans. And I kind of like his design. I kind of like it a lot, actually. We got this Thug again, so not terrible. I think I may consider putting him on my delinquent team as the representative of the backstreet kickers. Since he probably has my favorite design out of all of them. 3 rares. Now that's cool, but Theta's not rare. Suzuno. Suzuno from Fire Dragon. Okay. Think I may have had him already. But still, that's not bad at all. I always like seeing Nagumo and Suzuno. This is going to be the last 10 pulls for tonight. The final 10. Can we get a single copy of Theta tonight? find out right now. Yikes. Alas, alas. You win some, you lose some. Okay. It is what it is. It is what it is. One last thing that I will have to check then. Is Mue Soha in the game? Is Offense Commando 18 purchasable? Let's see, we have some fun moves in here. Fucking Mad Express is crazy for them to put in here. Let's see, was anything added? Well, they added Mochi Mochi Kinoko Mochi, so that's something. Whip up a mixture of gloopy goo. Yeah, I'm sure. Runaway train, spatial portal, back attack. I think that's a negative, not gonna lie. Well, these are defense moves, hold on. Acrobat keep, no. No, I don't think it's in here. Not yet, at least. Yeah, because we do have splitting hairs and atomic spin. Gamma strike and extreme rabbit. We even have dragon drive. So that's dragon blaster and double shot. Yeah, okay. So we got all the moves in here, but yeah, Mue Soha is not happening tonight, unfortunately. I think it should be in the Chronicle department store. I'll just quickly check the rest, but I kind of don't think it will be in here. Flame Dance. No, it has Okehazama Ravine and Ichiojo, but I don't think anything new was added here, to be completely honest. Solution Boost. No, everything's been in here. Dragon's Tail. Armadillo Circus is just kind of here. Interesting. Lariat Shot Ambush. Master Stroke, which is a fucking insane name for a move, by the way. Ambush is funny, though. I'll take Ambush. Okay. And I believe that's probably all we can do here. I mean, is there anything we unlocked here? Probably not. I have to imagine there's nothing I can really still unlock here. Oh, you know what? I'd completely forgotten about the captain of the new Teikoku, but he has a cool-ass design, man. I might want to pull for him at some point. If I ever get fucking Cartson. If I ever get Cartson, man. Oh wait, he's just here. Well, I don't have his teammates either, so that doesn't really matter. And then the rest of these are kinda whatever. Nondescript. Yuichi, of course, sticking out. Jeanne being pretty cool. And Okita Soji. Need one more Zanark. Huh. Let's see. Moves-wise, nothing that's really been added, I guess. Disaster Strike. Yeah, I know. Okay. Fine. Now that is really everything I wanted to do. Good. Fantastic progress. Yeah, like I said, I think we are at a good point now where in next stream we may actually just finish the Chrono Stones arc, which would put us in a prime position to start on the DLC next week. DLC being Chrono Stones post-game, of course, and then moving into Galaxy Ares. We're not going to catch up in time for when Orion drops, I can already guarantee you that, because that's the end of this month, that's in literally 3 weeks. But, yeah, no, we're in a good position. We're in a good position. Made some fantastic progress tonight. In no small part to the perfect Cascade matches just being really short in Chronicle mode. But hey, it is what it is. I like giving context to Chrono Stones, one of my favorite seasons. So, yeah, no, it's been fun. It's been a good stream. So, if you're still here, then fantastic. Love to see that. I hope to see you again on Thursday too, then. And I hope that some of you may even consider stopping by the Discord server. Hey, obligatory plug. Link is in the description, video description, every video description even. We're always looking for more Inazuma people. Friday evenings we always have Inazuma nights where we play against each other. So, you know what? Come stop by, that sounds interesting. But that's all from me. So I'm going to give my voice some rest. I'm going to give my eyes some rest as well. And I'm going to wish you all a great night. And, yeah, good night. That's all I have left to say. And until Thursday.